Hey man, you already know how we rocking. It's Young Rob on the mic. St. Eves to the right. Gang. Tomo to the left. Nate Nicks in the room.
How you doing?
And it's another episode of Bad for the Community. We got a special guest with us. We got the Black Air Force assassin himself. We got SAINT LYOR, real talented artist, you know, and he's part of a bigger collective. If you don't know, you're living under a rock. If you don't know Van Buren and everything that they've been doing for the last, I don't know, I want to say 2-3 years.
Yes, sir.
You know, and if I now got a chance, I want to really tell you that y'all doing some amazing shit, especially for the city. There's a lot of Brockton energy in this room now. You feel me? Now we can outpower them because they be treating Brockton like it's a second-class city. I'm looking at you, Nate. I'm looking right at you, Nate.
Bro.
Nah, I mean,
like Brockton is Brockton is hard, but it's
bro,
like that shit's not Boston.
Am I supposed to live there my whole life?
I'm not saying you're supposed to. I'm not saying you're supposed to.
Are you gonna live in Brockton your whole life?
I didn't say that either. But listen.
If you had the chance to go to New York, you're dipping, bro.
For sure.
That's what I'm saying.
Planning on
but
it.
it's like, that's after
I did everything that I had to do here.
Exactly.
You even finished high school here.
1 year, bro.
My niggas saying here when they're not even in the Brockton right now.
Hey.
Huh?
Can't let them know where we really at. Yeah, we in Brockton, you know what I mean?
We in Southside Brockton.
Yeah, Southside Brockton.
You don't even know what Southside Brockton is, bro.
You do, nigga. You be out there.
You
be out there?
You be out there.
Right by the Brockton fried chicken.
Boston
fried chicken. Boston fried chicken.
That's not Southside. That's crazy. That's not Southside.
That's like Maine.
How you know?
It's like North Montella.
Damn, nigga really.
You be out there?
Where?
You be out there in Brockton still?
Of course.
You're not,
I gotta be outside.
You're not too celebrity at this point that you can't be outside no more. You got like, billboards and shit.
Black Wall Street. Nah, I'm not celebrity vibes at all. I be in Brockton all the time. I just be chilling. I just be making music, really.
Really? What else you been on? For like last couple months, like niggas been performing what? Boston Calling. We seen you at Paradise Rock.
Yes, sir.
Open for Cousin Stiz.
Yes, sir.
Open for what's it called? When we went to the Conway, like the whole
Yeah. I just you feel me? Like when you're a musician and you're an artist and shit, you just be working nonstop. You feel me?
It's just a crime.
Opportunities come your way and you take advantage. You feel me? But as that's happening, you still gotta be like working on music and figuring out rollouts and trying out new ideas. That's really what I preoccupy myself with.
I seen how creative y'all been getting with the rollouts.
Yeah.
Legal team shit.
Yeah, that's definitely not Drew. He's an incredibly talented individual.
For sure.
And he has his own, you feel me? He has his own creative landscape and shit. So he definitely is trying out some new things. He's trying out some new things with that. But yeah.
Nah, super talented. Because he's also your DJ. He's also like the group's DJ. He's rapping, producing.
Yeah, producing.
He do like photography too.
He does photography. Like, he's amazing.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Nigga, talented man.
I think like, I remember that nigga. We used to take the late bus after school. Like, feel me? Like you remember that shit?
No, I remember.
Everybody staying after school. Go to McDonald's or something, go to Burger King, and then you gotta like scramble and find a late bus pass, like even though you didn't go to any like club or event and shit like that.
You needed a pass to get on?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Sometimes they let you
didn't
slide.
go to BHS. You didn't go to BHS.
I didn't go.
Yo, BHS is the reason why Brockton, like people from Brockton were like that.
Or like that.
No, a lot of niggas say that.
I want you to explain because I know.
I know what you mean. When I went to Amherst, I met all these Boston niggas. They're like, yo, why are you guys so like,
just rude, nigga.
It's just like, why y'all so like aggressive, always trying to like come at niggas, roast niggas? I'm like, bro, that's just how we are, nigga. I don't know.
Yeah, bro.
I don't know.
It's like you gotta have thick skin, otherwise it's just tough times. Like, yeah.
It's just, you feel me, 4,000 like black people, black kids. What you say?
That shit is a bad place.
No, it was a bad. Nah, it's not a bad place.
It's a good place.
It's a good place
to like get humbled and
you humble yourself at BHS, but it's just like, you feel me, 4,000 kids.
That's a unique high school experience, bro.
Niggas is doing the grimiest shit for laughs, toasting you,
for laughs, and
bitches toasting you.
Oh, the bitches toasting too.
The lunch tables, you feel me?
Standing on lunch tables, watching the fights that's happening.
Almost like, I could get with that.
You feel me? There was a period of time at BHS when people were like selling gummies, like edibles, and niggas was like dropping dead in the hallway because they're too like they was too.
Remember
it was too crazy.
You remember the dice pandemic?
Yeah, the dice pandemic.
There was a dice pandemic, bro. I was rolling that shit in history class.
I remember.
Like,
niggas was Cash App a thing back then? Niggas didn't have like bills, so they were using Cash App. I definitely remember that happening.
Really?
Yeah.
Nah, I used to like beg niggas for $1, bro. Let me just get $1. I'm gonna turn that into 20. I'll give you your $1 back.
Like, hey, that should sound fun.
It got to the point where like teachers are like raiding the bathrooms because they know kids is going to the bathroom just to play dice.
Yeah.
A lot of worse
what the
things
fuck
they
y'all
could be
niggas
doing.
Go back to class.
Nah, that was an experience. Like, it's easy to shit on Brockton High just because it was like part school, part jail. But like the whole demerit system and just suspending niggas like off, you know.
But listen, with BHS, like people shit on it, but bro, you could go to an Ivy League school from BHS.
If you really take it,
you feel me? If you take it serious, the teachers there will help you like succeed, bro.
All of them.
You got to find the right ones.
Some
of them are trying to see your downfall for sure.
I know a couple.
We had a couple.
Not a good
Some of them want to see your downfall for sure.
In middle school, we had a couple teachers like that. No bullshit.
Yeah,
that's wild.
But there are teachers that really want to see you succeed and do well in life. You feel me? You just have to apply
history
yourself.
Teacher didn't fuck with me, bro.
Your teacher talking
about?
I'm not gonna say his name, but
I know you're talking about
Australian nigga. Or no, he's not Australian.
He's British.
Listen, he had a British
crazy because me and Rob were in that same class together. And that guy, that's my guy. I have his number.
No, there was some moments where he was my guy, and then he would switch up on me. Like there'd be one moment I'm on this nigga's like shoulders, and we doing "We Are the Champions" like to the next. Like we was doing some wild shit. Like
you was on his shoulders.
Bro, you gotta
see. So you can tell he fuck with you though. You can tell he fuck with you.
I was a goofy 14-year-old kid, bro.
He was just on your teacher's shoulders, nigga.
And I was like, yeah, we used to do rap battles and shit.
It was beautiful. That class was amazing.
And then on the flip side, like he'll see me in a different cafeteria. He know that's not my building, and he get me like in trouble for that. And
you weren't supposed to be doing it.
My nigga, I wanted a cookie, bro. But so like they ran out of cookies in Azure, bro. I gotta go to Green.
Nigga said sometimes that nigga was plotting on my downfall. I was doing something I wasn't supposed to be doing, and that nigga said don't do that.
He's holding you accountable.
That nigga
I can tell you too many things. I know a teacher, I cut the line, he said 7 demerits. Boom.
I fuck with you though still. Why you cutting the line?
Explain that system to people who don't know. Explain that to people. What does that mean?
Demerit system, all right. So basically, if you get up to 21 demerits, it's over accumulation, and it's like the first time you gotta do a handbook class and just like write all the shit in the handbook or some shit like that. And then afterwards, it's just in-house.
Suspension?
In-house suspension every time. But you got to think, like, 21 demerits, I don't know if that seems like a lot, but I'm telling you, you ran through them in a term, bro.
Like,
that shit in a
day. You did that in a term?
In a term, if you get 21.
Niggas used to do that shit in one day, nigga. In my school,
you could, bro. I definitely got 14 demerits in one day, nigga.
Maybe Brockton niggas is just different, but I know the niggas I match, bro. I mean, we was running through that shit in like couple periods.
Some niggas would do like 200, 300 demerits in a week.
Your scale was different, nigga. I'm telling
you. No, nigga, niggas was getting punished for that shit, bro.
Yo, you late to class, 3 demerits. And you gotta think, 4,000 kids in the school, big ass school. Sometimes you might be all the way in gym. You gotta get to the other building in like 4 minutes. And if you don't, 3 demerits. You get kicked out of class, 7 demerits. Whatever the case is, bro.
Yeah,
and the shit stacks up.
Kicked out of class, 7 demerits, nigga. See, ours were like tiered. So it was like, you would get like a disrespect demerit, which was like worth more. Versus
tier
like
A, tier
demerit.
B, and tier C.
So like tier A is like petty.
Yeah.
Tier A was 1. It was 1 demerit.
1 demerit each.
B was like 5, right?
B, I think it was like 4, 3 or 4.
And C was 7.
Yeah.
I'm sitting here like,
this sounds like jail, bro. Like,
they used to give you a demerit and send you home if you didn't have a belt.
Yeah.
You used to like, go home and get a belt.
See, that's what black kids go through, you feel me? In school.
But like,
even if you went home and there was no belt.
That's what I'm saying. They didn't have a belt for you at the school, nigga. What then they started getting some belts. What they didn't have your size belt.
You gonna punch a hole in that shit?
Right?
Oh no, I'm saying what if the belt is too small?
Oh shit, yeah. Slow for you, nigga.
You better use the shoelaces, Tomo style.
That's not a belt.
It don't even count. Like,
that's not a belt.
Damn, nigga.
Nigga said you gotta use the not belt. Nigga, you going home.
That's crazy.
That shit's fucked up.
That's crazy what they make niggas go through, bro.
For sure.
So even speaking on that, like, you know, like how Brockton niggas are, like there's an adjustment period where you're like, oh shit, the world, like not everybody's trying to toast my shit. Now I don't gotta be on the defense all the time. Maybe I don't even gotta be too aggressive and like you roasting other people. Was there an adjustment period when you got to college too?
For sure. It's like a culture shock because I went to like a real conservative school.
Yeah.
Went to Bentley.
We had a lot of Bentley niggas on this podcast.
It's like a business school. So it's like conservative white people. But honestly, yeah, that's the first time I've seen so many white people in one spot.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So it's like I had to adjust. But you feel me? You find your tribe and then you just slowly like assimilate into like the college like culture and shit. But the biggest difference is definitely like me and other black kids in college, like black students. Cause it's like, I don't know, you could tell people are like sheltered.
Oh, like which ones of shit, or even like who's trying to like, you know, make a new identity, fresh start shit. Like,
I mean,
like they really trying to start over. Like I wasn't really trying to start over. Like,
what was you on in college? Fair to say you was in the fashion club? Something like that, right?
Nah, I was just.
That response told you everything you needed to know.
That's a very like. That's what I was like.
What's that catchphrase, bro? Like
Women.
in 2017, Bentley University, I fucked my first white bitch.
Like back in the day when I fucked my first white bitch. I fucked my first white bitch. Bentley University, 2017. It was the first
I
time.
don't discriminate, but I was not fucking white women.
Did you rap about fucking white girls?
Ooh.
He really toasting me right now.
He did say that track.
But I talk about
She
having
wanna
sex with
know
black
if
women
I'm
too.
Damn.
I don't discriminate.
Like, oh,
But when I went to school, I really wasn't on that though. I was really trying to like
This is what he got. He got
do
some
music.
fame. He got some clout.
I was trying to do music for real. I was really trying to do music. But the difference I saw was like, yeah, a lot of black students from like other areas, I would say are a little more sheltered. Feel me?
For sure.
Like, I don't know.
Cause you know, just black kids from like Boston and like Brockton, something they from like, I don't know, something. Like, I don't even want to shout out cities because like
doing some shit.
That's basically Lawrence.
Shout
They be out there.
Yeah, but Rosendale kids be kind of sheltered.
Yeah, they
they
be
go
on
to
some
school in
shit.
Rosendale.
Shout out Rosendale. I fuck with Rosendale. But like, yeah, you feel me?
It's a good place.
They were like, people were sheltered and like college too. I mean, my school was conservative. I don't know how other schools were.
conservative
like,
household, like
just the people.
It's a private school, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just the people. But other schools, I feel like it's really like, you know, what's the word for it? I'm not trying to get canceled.
What are you trying to say?
Yeah, like,
real.
Like,
Describe it.
maybe we could cut it out if it's right.
Use your adjectives,
Like,
I don't know how other schools are, man.
Was it just
like-
politically correct? It was just like,
Politically correct.
if it's a private
Politically
school,
correct is the word I would
you
say.
wanted to say them niggas sensitive as fuck.
Yeah, they're very sensitive. You feel me? My school wasn't that sensitive, but like other schools I know are like that.
I feel like that's kind of, it's on the contrary, bro.
What you mean?
Because if it's
Like,
conservative, it would be
I don't
less
know.
sensitive, right?
I ain't fuck with that school, no bullshit. Only because I went to the thing and then said
talking
something,
about
no
Bentley?
bullshit.
That's me too.
But other than that, like I don't know. I see other schools and shit. Them niggas be like having people write nigger on the door and shit, all racism and shit like that.
she having an Amherst a couple
It's
times.
not.
Shit,
Yeah.
I feel like
That
Yeah,
shit
that's
happened in my
everywhere,
school
bro.
too, though. That happened in my school.
So it was right.
there was this frats at your school.
Oh yeah.
For sure.
Almost every
But
school.
you know who's enjoying that? It's not us.
I was asking because I feel like usually the school like with all schools have frats.
Almost.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like the
Most-
schools with the frats, niggas be tweaking, no bullshit. So
What's
it's like,
tweaking? What do you mean?
They be slapping each other ass, nigga.
I'll tell you,
the
been to frat
hazing.
parties, bro. You know what they be on.
initiation.
I actually did not go to a lot of frat parties though.
And
It
there's
was
a
like
difference,
that.
there's a
acting
difference
like
between
a
the white
Brockton
frats
kid,
and the
bro.
black frats too.
I'd
though.
be home every
Yeah,
weekend.
that's facts.
Oh, you used to go home every weekend?
Yeah, I go home every weekend because I have my car, so I just be going home. I really was not immersed in the college experience
Really?
as much as I should have been.
You was just
But
focused on music.
I was just focused
When
on
was
music.
that switch for you?
That was like as soon as I got into college.
That you was like, nah.
Yeah, I'm about to do music.
Because I remember, like we talking earlier, like we was in the accounting program and everything. Was like, was that the road you was like looking at before the music shit?
I mean,
All on some business shit because you want to.
yeah.
Clearly, it
I was
on
just
some business shit.
prepping for the future. You feel me? Just trying to like set myself up for like a good job and stuff. But I knew I wanted to do music. So
Now let's backtrack a little bit, right? So
Alright.
niggas know you at SAINT LYOR and all that right now, but like Eco Vanguard.
Go Vanguard, bro.
That's where it really
Bro,
started.
I got
That's
so
what
many
I knew.
names.
You feel me?
Yeah, I got mad names.
So like, explain
Vico,
on it. Where did that even come from?
Bro, I was just trying to be artistic, bro. I was just trying to be artistic.
I can't hold you.
I was just trying to be artistic. Like, I was really young, 14, 15. I knew I wanted to do music. I said, yo, I need some weird-ass name. So I was like, yo, Bico Vanguard. I just made it up. And I started rapping under that moniker. And then I just started dropping music. And that's what people knew me for.
Yeah.
But I was also playing basketball, too. So it's like, it was like a weird juxtaposition. Like, yo, you're an athlete, but you also, like, do music and stuff.
I feel like you see that parallel so often though. Like the rappers want to be, you know, just as lit as NBA players and the NBA players want to be rapping. You see that shit now with fucking. I'm not even saying, nah, fuck that nigga.
No,
I fuck with Miles Bridges though.
Nah, that nigga
I fuck with Miles Bridges.
You're wild.
He's unapologetically black.
He's unapologetically an asshole. Nigga, he's a fucking abuser, bro.
I mean,
seen that shit?
Yeah, I don't know if you see the recent allegations.
Obviously, I don't condone domestic violence. I don't condone domestic violence, but
before the news, I'm assuming.
Yeah, before the news.
But now, like, yeah, you gotta throw that nigga
Fuck with his music.
Of course.
I'm not gonna lie, I couldn't name one song. But you know,
you don't fuck with his music?
I just couldn't name a song.
We reacted to
I know this nigga don't fuck with his music.
I just don't like that type of music.
Detroit music is ass.
Yeah, I don't
You need
fuck
to
with it.
stop.
I mean, before I
Detroit
that,
music,
I was thinking about Master P, to be honest. When I was saying that
Bro,
shit.
Detroit music is fire, my nigga.
No,
It's not that it's not fire.
Detroit music is solely responsible for why niggas started rapping again. Y'all know that?
Why you started rapping again?
No, like people in general like started enjoying listening to like lyrics, like bars. There was really a period of time like
are they lyrics or are they just more like punchlines?
They're bars. They're bars,
Some
my
of these niggas
nigga.
really be saying some shit.
They be barring out.
I feel like it's really some punchline
out.
shit.
I would say they really don't be saying.
It's not like it's like
Y'all
You listen to Baby Smooth?
No, who's that?
Baby Smoke.
Babyface Ray.
That's not what he said.
Don't
He
fuck
said
with Babyface Ray.
Baby Smoke.
Hey man,
Smooth.
we seen that
Baby
the
Smooth.
double
Baby Smooth.
XL site freestyle.
Yo.
That was a bad
why
look
they
for
do that nigga like
Babyface
that, bro?
Ray, bro.
Yo,
Did y'all
Nate.
watch the cypher though?
Nah.
I
The
did.
cypher was a lot better.
It was
That nigga spent for like 2.5 minutes straight. I fucked
Yo,
with
Nate, you don't fuck with Babyface Ray?
He's alright.
You ever heard the song Real Niggas Don't Rap?
Probably. I heard a lot of that nigga songs.
That's one of the top
songs.
10 rap songs that came out in the last like 3 to 4 years, bro.
That's
I won't hold you.
That's
an
a whole-
interesting
yeah,
statement
that's a
right
high-
I
there.
won't hold you, bro. Listen to
I
Real
gotta hear
Niggas
it.
Don't
I gotta
Rap.
hear it again, I guess. I don't know if I can relate to that one though. I'm hearing it and I'm just like, I don't know, bro.
I'm a real nigga, no rap.
Wait, so how do you feel about like the current state of music? You think it's in a good place?
I mean, music is doing what it's always done. When you talk about music, you gotta talk about the people.
I'm talking about hip hop.
Yeah, you gotta talk about people. You know, most def hip hop. You know, niggas want to know where hip hop is going. You gotta know where the people is going.
Yeah, facts.
So if you
Black
really
on
want
both
to talk about,
sides, nigga.
so like you gotta talk about the people for real. Like where is we going? If you really want to talk about the music,
All right, so where is we going?
niggas is fucked up. Niggas is all kind of fucked up. And I'm like, I'm not gonna blame it on the music, but it's the people. We gotta like hold ourselves accountable type shit.
For sure.
Niggas don't do that.
Especially
though.
the people in the culture, like the people who
Facts.
actively participate. You gotta like hold yourself accountable, because niggas be like, yo, man, I can't change shit. I'm only one person. But it's like, if you really took it upon yourself to like be the change and everyone else did the same shit would move forward.
Facts.
Yeah, it's like that, the recycling analogy type shit. It's
Yeah.
like, why?
Yeah.
I can't save recycle. I mean, I can't save the universe.
I don't know about that one. I don't think that's a good analogy, especially
Now, like, if
considering
you,
that,
you
like,
feel me? It's like,
the majority of the
people-
pollution doesn't come from individual people. It comes from the companies that are manufacturing.
I guess it
and
don't
producing
fit
the
then. But I see what he's trying to say.
No, bro, I feel you.
But I think it's the same thing. Like maybe it fits in that way as well. Where it's
But maybe
like,
it does fit in this
as
because like those
individuals,
corporations are the
Made of
labels.
people.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
the labels pushing this shit and like they're deciding what we're co-signing. You feel me?
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like I don't think I feel like there's a group of people who are actually living the things they're saying, and there's a group of people who's like, yo, this is what's making bread, and I'm gonna follow this route, and this is
There's
what
no
this is what I'm getting signed for. You feel
Yeah.
me?
But sometimes it's hard to like really judge people, because it's like, you may be at an economic like disadvantage,
You
and
gotta
this
get
is
it how
your
you
way
can.
to like uplift yourself
I stand
financially.
on that.
Yeah, so it's like I can't really hate on you for just making the music you make, but it sucks that we have to be in that position to like, yo, we gotta compromise who we are to like get bread. But it's like you really don't. You could just say fuck money.
Facts.
You really just be
Maybe,
like,
maybe that's the core issue.
But the thing is with money is like it buys a lifestyle, like a desired lifestyle that you want. You feel me? You need money to live a certain way. But it's like, why do you want to live that certain way? Like, what is that lifestyle that you want? Like, where does that come from? Type shit.
Like what's the root of that?
I mean,
Yeah.
I like we had a conversation last week. We like where we was just asking a whole like circle of us, like, yo, what type of lifestyle you? And like
facts.
the common thread between everybody is financial freedom. You feel me? That's not something we're accustomed to. We don't grow up and just have parents who just like make sure like, yo, live your life, live your dreams, go follow whatever passions. Don't even worry about money. So we always have that burden of like you said, like even though you knew music was your shit, and what you wanted to follow and your passion, you still had to make sure you did a backup plan.
Yeah.
You know,
I know your mom. You know, I remember what she was like when we were growing up. How did she take the news and you're like, yo, this is the shit that I'm on. This is what I'm about to do.
Nah, she didn't fuck with it. She didn't fuck with it.
Has she changed her mind since?
Has she been to a show?
No. My sister has though. Okay. But like my mom, she just doesn't fuck with it. Yeah. And that's cool. It's like it's a generational divide type shit. Cause you gotta understand, like my mother, she's an old African woman. We live in America. It's 2022. Thanks. There's no way she could have prepared for something like this. This is a totally different world that we're in right now. For you. Yeah, you feel me? So the things that are possible, she can't fathom. So it's like, I sympathize with that. And it's like, nigga, it's just, this is how we getting it right now. You feel me? You just have to have that foresight, I feel. But like, growing up, yeah, it was tough. But like, man, it's the times that we live in. You feel me? It's a huge shift from that. Like, being African in America and like, you feel me? It's weird. Like, I'm not even supposed to be here type shit. Like, why did she feel like she even needed to come here to like give me the life that she felt I deserved type shit? You feel me? So like, I feel like on some shit like our generation, we have to kind of rectify all those, I guess, shifts and changes. You feel me? And this is how I'm doing it though, through music. This is just the way I'm doing it. But there's many ways you can do it. Like I would just put it under the umbrella of like an entrepreneurial spirit. Like even with this podcast that y'all are doing, like y'all are coming together, y'all are friends, y'all
doing it our way.
You're doing it your way. Path, yeah. But the way that our parents were told, like, you know, you from an outside country, right? You from a foreign country, you see America, it's lit, money, 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 the American dream. You get a job, you work, buy a home. That's not working no more. But Americans, they won't tell you that. They're gonna keep selling you that American dream.
That working mentality.
They're gonna sell you that.
Why do you feel like it's on our generation to rectify that?
Because we see the loopholes. You gotta learn from your mistakes, like from the past generation. That's evolution. Like
they had the excuse of not having the information that we have or the access to the information that we have. So like you said, what's our excuse? You feel me? Like if we understand how, you know, capitalism work and all these institutions work to make you not an individual, but just like a part of the system of just like, you're just a cog in the machine. You feel me? Like you go to school, you get a job, you follow the job, you stay there 40, 60 years. You feel me? You like stack up your, what's it called? 401k, be able to buy a house, whatever it is, and then just retire off that. Like they don't teach you or they don't push on you like financial freedom and being able to do it your own way. And I'm sure,
I don't know.
Hopefully it'll click when it's like you'll be able to get to the same, or for all of us, you know, get into the same ends, but just through a different means that they may have not seen for us. But does it matter if we, like, at the end of the day, it's like we get that financial freedom because that's all they really want from us. Yeah. They don't really care if you're a doctor, a lawyer, whatever the case is. Yeah. They just know what that end result looks like when you do follow those paths.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like that's like narcissistic of like this generation to believe that. In my opinion, because it's like, we're not the first niggas to ever like be artists. We're not the first niggas to ever be entrepreneurs. You feel me? Like the reason why this shit even exists is because people did it before us. Feel me? So I feel like it's always been like in the like the culture of people that are like younger and kind of like navigating through the world. It's like as you get older, you start to find like this is how the world works. You know what I mean? Like, because I think it's like also just recognizing that like access to information is like always been there, just in a different form now. You feel me? Like the Black Panthers, the young people too. You feel me? Like these were not like elders in the community at the time. And it's like the shit that they were doing is some of the reason why some of the shit that we have right now, like especially like when it comes down to like infrastructural stuff and like school systems like exist right now. You feel me? It's like niggas wasn't serving kids breakfast for free before that. You feel me? But that became like a need and necessity, but it was always like that. And those were the same people, like those were people like our age and younger that were doing that shit. So it's like
18 and shit.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, so to me, when I see it, it's like we might have like that same drive and same motivation, same spirit, but it's like we're not around people that much that don't have that. You feel me? And I don't think it's because there's more of us now. I think it's just because like that's just the circles that we roam. You feel me?
I wouldn't say it's narcissistic because everything you're saying is valid. Like for us to even like we stand on the shoulders of giants. You feel me? Like the information that we're even privy to, they're the ones who created that information.
It's just more visible now,
but like
it's
you can't
accessible and visible.
You can't act like it's not a game changer for like technology to be able to promote yourself, not going through other people. You know what I mean? Say if you were an artist, you had to get co-signed by a certain individual or corporation to be able to break through. Now you could go direct to consumer and create your following, make your own website, sell your own shit, and be able to connect
like it's always been like that, bro.
No, it's so different, bro. It's so different.
But I feel like it's always been like.
Yeah, no one's saying it's new, but it's on a different scale.
We're just living that experience now.
What do you think? What mentality do you think we should take, though, Nate?
What'd you say?
What mentality do you think we should take?
I feel like this generation, like particularly Generation Z, right? Because technically I'm not a part of Generation Z. So, but
what you mean?
I'm a millennial. I was born in 1997. So like technically that's like the back end of that spectrum. It's the back end of that spectrum. So it's like a crossover. You feel me?
Okay.
But I think that we have to understand and like acknowledge and recognize that other people came before us doing these things. That is just like a little more simple for us. Not that it's more accessible, not that it's more like easy.
It's more accessible,
it's simple.
Bro. Being able to like type it into your device, then go to the library means it's more accessible, bro. Even though the information was always there, the fact that I can literally Google it and click
with that privilege, bro, you can say shit is more skewed now too, and it's like, yo, there's always influence in everything, you know? So it's like,
I just think it's more simple.
Nah, shit gets innovated, bro. You feel me? So not everything is the same. I see what you're saying though, because a lot of the things it's structured similarly. You feel me? But it's different. Because it wouldn't work the same way even 10 years ago. So then even before that, like I was talking to that nigga JJ who has the venue that in Roxbury, and he was like, before, if you was doing music, like you really had to be outside. Niggas, you don't even have to be outside at all no more. You could really make a living off music and not do no shows type shit. Like
and
it was not possible.
And even that expectation that like Leo is talking about with our generation, like that's gonna apply to the next generation too. Like, and they're gonna see the flaws in how we're living.
Get higher and higher.
Exactly, it's evolution. You know, they're gonna see the flaw. Like we could be, I don't know, we could be like unconsciously causing damage to ourselves, and we don't even know it yet because we're not even privy to certain information. Like,
and I always ask this though, right?
What's up?
If you're living the lifestyle you want, though, is that not the sacrifice you're willing to take? Because at least you can say I did it my way and I'm happy with what I ended up doing, regardless if it reached the heights that it should have.
That's a little different. I was talking about like, yo, imagine like 40 years we find out there's like breakthrough study, like, yo, if you're on your phone for more than 20 hours a week for for 40 years straight, like your brain fries. Like I don't even know, like.
Well, that was inevitable though.
Like the drawbacks of the technology, we'll soon find out. You know what I mean? We're still trying to figure out like. People taking a picture of you, like, yo, how does that work? Like, do they have permission to be posting you or what? Like,
talking about?
I'm just saying, with technology comes different things to adjust to,
regulations,
like laws and regulations, or even just like I said,
pictures though.
That's just an example, but I'm
now
just saying,
it's
like,
more easily, like that action is more easily done now. Where it's like you could just pick up your phone, take a picture of somebody. Before it's like, oh, you have to wind it up, you have to get ready, make sure it's centered and focused. It's like that takes a minute. So by that time, so you either have that conversation with the person and be like, oh, do I have permission to take a picture? Or you just do it if you get it off. But now it's like, nigga, we're recording everything. And there's no, based on what you're saying, there's no like judiciary like space to really regulate how that's going about.
And it's bigger than just a picture. Like fake news, bro. Like how do we, you feel me? Like we haven't regulated that shit. Bots. They might come up with a law about bots or like to regulate that. Farms, like streaming farms, whatever the case is, you feel me?
But yo, back to Nate's point about the like our generation being narcissistic. I do agree with that though, because it's not like what we're talking about hasn't been talked about before. But I will say, in our era, it's so much more easier to get distracted from the work. So it's like maybe we need to like put more of an emphasis on like, you know, pushing things forward because it's so easy to get distracted.
Facts, focus.
Yeah, we really gotta. Everything that we see out there, like when you look out into the world, just crushes the spirit, bro. if you really attach yourself to it, it's so easy to like be of the world nowadays.
Like what's an example? Do you deal with it?
I mean, just little things, bro. Think about things that people just consume themselves with every day. That has
a lot of shit.
That has nothing to do with like
Facts.
anything long lasting. Or
I suffer from materialism.
Watch that British nigga get stabbed in the neck the other day.
Oh shit, bro.
I didn't see that. But even that, I was having a conversation with. Huh?
You didn't watch the video?
Nah, I don't.
Damn,
That shit's crazy.
You want to see it?
Pull it up. But I
watched that shit like 3-4 times.
I watched that shit yesterday.
The first time I was like, okay, oh shit, I didn't even realize that happened.
Bro, the way he
the
just
second
stood
time,
there,
I'm like, oh,
yo, he really stood
video.
I just got stabbed.
Nah, I only watched it once. It was too early in the morning for me to be watching that.
I don't want to pull that up on the
Niggas consume a lot of gutter.
Yeah, even that. Do you think like where like
desensitized?
Desensitized for sure.
Absolutely.
I think for sure.
Absolutely, bro.
But that like numbs you. You know what I'm saying? Because now. And like you consume so much, whether it be media, ideas, whatever it is, you're not able to appreciate things because you're just an eater.
I feel like
you ever seen a real
consumer.
eater?
You're just a consumer. Yeah, not feel.
You ever seen an eater? They just be eating.
Different type of eaters, man. He's
talking about a literal eater.
I was talking about no, but they just be eating, bro. They don't even know what they eating. They just eating. Use a pig, nigga. You know what a pig looks like, bro?
They just eat everything.
They just be eating whatever, bro.
Yo, this nigga Retro was saying that shit.
What?
They just be...
Any nigga in Van Buren's gonna sit there and tell you, stop eating that pork.
Stop eating that fucking pork, nigga. Don't be a
Retro
pig.
didn't say that shit.
Yo, pigs are easily controlled as well.
Yo. He's not gonna fuck with you, bro.
Why? Because he doesn't eat pork?
Not in that sense. More so the fact that he's, coming down on pigs as an animal.
Nah, there's some cute pigs though. I won't count.
You vouching for pigs?
Because pigs are lit, bro.
There's some cute pigs.
Because niggas just say that pigs are dirty when they're cleaner than all the other animals that niggas eat. That's what I'm saying. That doesn't make any sense.
No, bro, I didn't know that.
Like, why niggas...
Nah, you still got to fact check. I can't take that.
I didn't know that. If that's true,
that's true. Especially around chickens.
How do I know that's true?
But you know that it's true, especially around chickens, because my family owns a farm. So niggas know how pigs and chickens work, and pigs are way cleaner than chickens.
Maybe y'all pigs.
See, you ain't
chickens scratch and claw and fight at each other, and they get infected all the time.
True.
That's why you have to feed them antibiotics all the time.
And now
chickens are fucking disgusting.
This nigga spitting right now.
Nah, you spitting facts, bro.
Birds in general.
So that's what I'm saying.
Should we just drop
pigs
meat?
is cool though.
What about cows though?
Well, cows are holy.
All that
no,
shit,
I heard like
cows are kind of locked in.
Cows' farts are bad for the like atmosphere, bro. Like, yeah, they just
everybody's farts.
But cows in particular though, because they be fuss and they be like, they be fuss and they.
But nah, I was having a conversation with my OG like even yesterday. And I was just telling him like I've been dealing with that. Just like my technology is dope, like I got all these like devices I could use for like tools of productivity. But even then, sometimes I feel like I could get sucked into them and be, like you said, become a consumer and just end up being distracted when I'm supposed to be doing work. Cause it's so easy to just like, I could start working on a video and it quickly turns into, let me scroll through Twitter real quick. Yeah. And then you just get locked in it. And it's literal engineers designing algorithms to make sure you don't leave that shit. It's designed that way for you to always be a consumer.
It's cause of that damn phone.
Yeah,
you
for real. How to disconnect sometimes. Like, and I have to learn that because I figured, like, I realized, like, damn, bro, I really be doing everything on a device. Like, even when I read a book, I'm doing on the iPad, bro. I'm not like really disconnecting. Feel me?
Got you on a lot, nigga.
Like,
that's facts. Buy physical books though. Buy physical books.
Nah, that shit costs money, bro.
No. Listen, there's gonna be a time where
I could just get it from the internet.
It's not accessible and it's gonna be valuable. It's gonna be worth a lot.
No, they're gonna put it's gonna be worth a lot, and they're gonna put all the books online, and everybody gonna be like, "Yo, we just reading shit online," but it's like.
You don't even know if that's what's actually in the book.
You don't know if that's what's actually in the book. You feel me? Buy physical books, think about that shit, bro. Buy physical books because they could change history type shit. You gotta buy.
So they be having different editions of the book and shit like that. They be having 9th edition, but then they be having digital editions, and I be like, yeah, nah, I'm cooling. I don't trust none single narrow word in there.
Yeah.
It's not that deep. But maybe.
It's actually very deep,
not that deep.
But maybe.
Nigga, there's a reason why they was always burning books and banning books and shit like that.
Fahrenheit 451.
Oh, yeah. They was burning books.
Oh, even in 1980, they used to change the vocabulary like every day.
That's real shit.
That's real. They doing that right now.
Yeah, they probably are doing it right now. Like, it's crazy.
But yeah.
No booze.
Are we living in the worst? Okay, maybe that's narcissistic for me to ask this question.
Yes, it is.
But I'm going to ask anyways because fuck it, bro. Egoism is dope.
That's a real.
It pushes you to have super confidence to be able to do things that you didn't know you was capable of. So small amounts of egoism is
healthy.
It's fair.
It's
bro.
healthy.
It's fair, bro. You know what I mean?
Sure. What's the question?
What is he gonna ask?
But are we living in the worst period? Not the worst period of history, but like
what the fuck?
that we've lived through that we've lived through.
That's such a
we
thing.
lived through.
Yeah, and
we barely lived, my nigga.
I'm so in year 20. Do you feel like this 5-year stint has been the worst 5-year stint of your life?
No,
no. In history, not to your life, not to your life directly,
so.
but like what we're
In
living.
history.
No, he's saying our
Like
lives.
our lives, like
my
knowing that
23 years of life, every 5 years, act like what do you call it? Increment that I could like think of. I don't think.
No.
Nigga, no. Niggas was getting money last year like nothing. What the fuck?
Knowing that there's fucking.
Wait, what did that lead to? Inflation, bro? Like,
hey, but shit.
Niggas getting caught up on the PCP.
Enough that's not affecting me.
Yo, Trump is giving out that bag. No bullshit.
I'm flexing that Trump money. Flexing that Trump money.
Giving out that back. Yeah, there was mad shit going
Personally,
on. Personally,
in my own life, I'll probably say when the earthquake happened. I seen how that affected my family.
say there's mad shit that happened. Yeah, no
I
bullshit.
seen how So from this ain't. This
he
don't
was in
compare.
like grade school, nigga.
Type shit.
That's wild.
Me?
This is definitely not that bad, nigga. 9/11 was pretty bad, bro. No
I was thinking about
bullshit.
that too, but I was like, I don't really remember that shit. Though.
Yeah.
I know how it affected society, but it didn't really affect me.
Yeah, bro. I understand, bro. Like my sister family Muslim and shit, bro. That shit's not wavy, bro. That's bad times, nigga.
I guess the things I'm thinking about when I like consider this a bad period in time is just like the separation between like the two Americas that we living in. You feel me? Like you know what I mean? You feel me? Like you got the extreme right, the extreme left. People just can't get along, bro. And then you also got groups that is just like everybody's in their own groups and nobody want to really have discussions no more.
I feel like it's been like that for no bullshit.
I was on a very extreme
level.
level.
This show.
His nigga dad had to be like, I don't want to say the wrong thing because like he knows like my opportunities might get chopped up. Like he can't even do that.
I'm not hearing that shit.
That shit's not real, bro.
It's not real.
Oh, I got a
really
great segue after, but let's go.
But also, it's because he's an artist, so it's like, you know what I mean. It's
Fair.
like it's about making sure that you're like not saying anything that's gonna turn listeners
like we
off.
talked about before with even
like that.
It hasn't always been like that.
Bro,
I was watching Jamie Foxx on ESPYs, like his old ESPYs video, 2004, 2005, right? And he had like this song that he was serenading like Serena Williams with.
Did he say the F word?
No, but he said, "Let me be a tennis ball," and it was like a whole like performance of just like. It's funny in my eyes, but if you watch it like in 2022 lens, I swear to God, people will find a way to be like, that was sexual harassment, like you doing too much. Like,
was it?
It could have been.
It could have. If it wasn't if she didn't find it funny, then it could easily be on that type of time.
I mean, even if she found it funny,
I don't know if you're referencing, so I can't give my opinion on it. But like,
we could watch it, but like even then, I'm just saying, ESPN decided to like go with that. You feel me? ESPN decided to do that, and during that time, and like it was appropriate.
All I'm saying is, and we've had this conversation before, is it not for the better? Like, why are we not trying to improve our language or our social cues to understand certain things do make people feel uncomfortable, and we shouldn't be doing
some
that?
of it. I'm definitely for making people feel inclusive and like
what's the harm in being like, oh, that's not the right thing to do, or don't do that. You're being extra. You're doing excessive.
I be seeing way more offensive shit now than I did before, nigga. Like niggas be forcing it now. Like this shit,
what's that 17-year-old nigga on YouTube, bro? This is little nigga on YouTube, bro. They love this nigga, bro.
It's a little nigga on YouTube.
Speed, some shit.
He's on Twitch. He's on
demon, bro. Nigga's a demon.
Yeah, that nigga need
niggas just gonna say whatever, bro, because they don't give a fuck, and they can just say it in the comfort of their crib, bro. And they have big ass platforms. At least like before, it's kind of like.
I think it depends how you make it, how you build your platform. If you build your platform off of being like wreck, then like that's what you cultivated, and like you can't be. It's like there's certain people that like, they cultivate those audiences. You know,
even a couple years ago, look at this nigga Justin Bieber, bro, with the run nigga. No
bullshit. And that shit was funny. And that shit was funny, bro.
And this nigga wanna go and get locks, my nigga.
That's one of the funniest jokes I heard.
I feel like what Olivia said, like I agree. Like you got to like enforce, like, you know, you're gonna say some shit that makes certain people uncomfortable. I agree. But it doesn't stop it from happening. And that's why I feel like people are so sheltered now. And like when they're in situations when it actually happens, you're just so unprepared. You don't know what to do. Like for real life, say a white person comes and say, nigga, what are you doing? You're like, oh my God, that's racist. No, you can't do that. You gotta say some shit. You gotta, you feel me?
I see what you're saying.
You feel me?
Okay, I'm talking, that's extreme. You feel me? Like that, I already know where you at right there. I can see through your intention. I think that's the issue. What I'm saying, I'm all for like progression. But it's the way that people decide to ignore nuance and intentions when it's convenient for their narrative.
That's nasty.
I think that happens a lot now.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not.
It does happen a lot. I feel like you're gonna be hard pressed to find examples though that are real life examples that have happened.
You want me to give you one that just happened?
Yeah, sure.
Maybe this won't go in my.
How do you judge that?
Hold on.
How do you determine that?
I'm gonna throw something, but I really don't know the full context. But we could play with it, right?
You sure?
For example,
sure about that?
Remember did you see the video with like the Sesame Place?
Yeah.
Where it was like,
I did.
Okay, and they like
ignored the girls,
ignored the black girls.
My mom was just talking about
right. So basically, it was at a parade at Sesame Place, which is like Sesame Street, like little
Disney World.
Yeah. And basically, they had all the characters from Sesame Street, like in like larger costumes, you know what I mean? Like someone was dressed up in the costume, walking down like this lane in like parade style, and then one of the girls. There was like these two black girls. They were saying the name of the character. It was the wrong name of the character that they were seeing. They're saying their name, and then the character like walked past them. Was like, nope, that's not me. That you're saying the name of, and walked right past them.
Okay,
all right.
That's what they ended. I didn't hear that part, but that's what they said in the video.
That was one of the things that they said.
I didn't hear that. My mom said that they was dapping up all the white kids, and then they seen the black kids. They were just like,
and that's what they said. They're like, oh, that's not the character's name, so you can't expect them to. I'm like, that is a person in a suit. What the fuck? Why are they not walking up to those black girls?
Okay.
Why are they walking up to everybody else and not those black girls?
Is that footage?
Yeah.
Can I see it?
Let's see.
I don't know.
They said that they had to make them go to diversity classes.
Yeah, so like they compiled a couple videos of like other times that black children have been ignored, and then you feel me now Sesame Place has to address like racial accusations.
I feel like they really probably be doing that shit.
You think so?
Nigga, I seen a person, bro.
I seen a comment. I seen a comment where like someone said like I used to be what is this? Not a mascot. What is that shit?
Honestly, no, wait, fuck that shit. I don't even see this shit. The more I think about it, the nigga could easily just been like, that's not my name, and still give them a good time.
It's a job to entertain kids, but
one comment I seen was like, they said being in one of those suits is hard to look down, so maybe they didn't see the children or whatever.
All that shit's bullshit.
Whoa, I'm just
first of all, the nigga's head is probably where the mouth is. There's no way that nigga ain't see the kids.
And now, let me ask you, right? Even though the race has not been like disclosed, you're assuming he's white. Or assuming they're white, like whoever's behind. How do you know it's not even a black, like woman, black man behind that shit?
When I said he was white,
but
you don't know who. You don't know.
You don't know. But now they gotta address like racial accusations, and now they gotta go through diversity training. This is where I'm talking about nuance. Like you could get a couple videos together. There could have been videos of like them ignoring some other type of children, and you're like, no, that don't fit the narrative. Fuck that video, bro. Like only use these videos.
It's very. I could see it being really strategic.
I'm not dismissing that this could be racist shit. I'm just saying you don't know the full context. Like,
you know, I want to ask you something after this.
Yes.
Relating to this.
Shook his hand at them. Nah.
He definitely seen him, or he heard. I don't even know. They seen him. Like
them people.
What do you think? What do you make of it now that you see the video? Is it that deep?
Yes.
Diversity training.
Well, like you said, I don't have the context to even know who's actually behind the suit.
And that's the fact.
But
like,
to even know,
it doesn't matter. Why doesn't the context matter?
You never heard of internalized
I think the person's just a dickhead.
You never heard of internalized racism, bro?
They definitely seen the kids. I'll say that.
You never heard of that?
I've heard of it.
Aren't you light skinned, nigga?
Bro, it's a real thing. It's a very much real.
Bro.
But that's what we're jumping to. If that was a black person behind it, it's internalized racism.
Either way, nigga, why are you walking past black people, bro?
It don't matter.
Like everyone knows. Don't do that.
Because he selectively did that.
That's what I'm saying. Yes, you need that training, and if that's what you gonna do, that's your approach. Yes.
Now, okay, I think that it's like I don't want to challenge it too hard because, like I said, this could easily be some racist. But the other side of it is just like
I go through all them trainings. You need to train to be in the suit. Right? You can't see in the suit.
You bring your kids to one of these things. Y'all the only black people there. They dap up all the kids.
They're not the only black people. No. They're not the. This is Philly, bro, my nigga. This is
They dap up all the white kids except for your kid. How you gonna feel?
White people shouldn't even be dapping up.
What? No. I understand why I'm having an issue. I'm saying this.
That be universal.
That nigga stuck out there hands.
That's
the problem. I think the thing is like, to go straight to assuming like he ignored them because they were black.
Were they black?
But did he ignore all the black kids?
I don't know. I wasn't there. But what I can tell you this. What I can tell you is this.
But you're quick to jump.
But what I can tell you is this. They did ignore those 2 black people. And they're not just black.
Because that's the video that you got to see.
They're also little black girls. And it was right after they dapped up some white people.
So what I was saying, I wish they had that moment for them to be able to dap up their favorite character.
So what I would say is this. What I would say is this, right?
What's up?
What is the reason why?
I would want to know that.
I would want to know that, right? Regardless of what the reason is going to dictate like one of the things that you're going to have to do. But regardless, don't ever do that to black people again. On me. Don't ever do that shit again. If you ever walk past any black people in this parade again, you're done. You're literally not working here anymore because that's not what we do. Unless it is what you do, and then you don't do anything.
Fair. But you know what you did first before taking that, like going to that step. You asked the question. You feel me? I think that's.
But either way,
that's the only thing I want to know is like before I could like.
What's a valid reason for him to have?
It's not about a valid reason. It's literally just about I want to know the full context before I jump on something, and then like.
But what is the valid reason though?
I think that's a bad.
Fact.
Let me not say bad. Let me not say bad, bro. No, but in certain contexts, bro, like. You're gonna be like, oh, and I don't want to bring up certain. I don't want to bring up certain examples.
That committed the act of harm. You ask the people that were harmed
actions
first.
that could happen that you don't need a full context to know right away. This is just wrong.
What could they have told you that would make you be like, oh, I see what you're talking about?
No. Because the thing is, I'm not defending like him not dapping up. I'm questioning whether it's a racial act.
I still think the issue is the proximity, closeness in the situation.
What else would it be?
It could be a lot of things outside of
not providing nothing
because I couldn't know like first like he's talking about they didn't know his name or whatever, or he's just trying to be a dickhead to those particular children. Is it because
like this shit happened to your little sister, you wouldn't have the same lens that you're looking at it as? Because you're not related to these people.
Well, hold up.
You're not there. You're not connected to the situation.
I think you're missing what I'm saying.
I see what you're saying though. You're saying that there's a step.
They still should have like gotten that dap. Like they paid for the experience to.
You just trying to say why we jumping so quick to call it racism? That's what he's saying. Yeah, as it was.
And what
I'm saying, to assume it's racism automatic before you even know who's even behind this, or whether it's like, did they ignore all the black children? Because if it's just those 2 girls and they went and dapped up all the black kids, then it's like you're doing a poor job at being racist at that point. Like,
so what I'm saying is that either way, like my initial response would be, I already have in mind what you need to do to rectify the situation. Right, which is go to diversity trainings, which is to lock in and make sure that you're following company policy about reaching out to all the children, not just some of the children, regardless, right? However, that doesn't necessarily mean that I won't ask them like what happened. You feel me? But either way, it doesn't matter what happened, nigga. You're still going to them shit because that's what I feel like you need to do. And I think for this particular instance, right, it's like I'm way less interested in hearing what the response of the person who didn't give them a high five is, and way more interested in hearing what those little girls feel about this situation. You know what I mean? Because in any act of harm, when anyone is harmed ever, I don't like the last thing that I'm thinking about is, what does the person that harmed you feel? Why did they do that? I wonder. I don't give a fuck. I'm asking about the people who actually feel hurt by this situation. I want to hear why, and I want to understand their perspective way more. You know why? Because the other person is fine. They ain't do nothing.
You know where my brain went to too?
Gotta stay black. Gotta stay.
No. Hold up. No bullshit. Y'all not gonna agree with this, but my brain also went to. Those girls will be fine too, bro.
Yeah,
like
that's a force. You're a force.
No.
They
will be fine too.
This is one of those moments too, like, bruh, you don't need to know that happened.
You're a force.
That's not a force. Hold on.
Y'all like
hold on. I don't like invalidating. It really depend on what the parents say to the kids after that point, because they're gonna be like, yo, mommy, why didn't he? They're gonna be like, cause you black. It could be. He could say. They could say.
I do think that it's important to understand that, like, for me, it's like something like this. This is like, you're not a child anymore, my nigga. So you don't know how, like, what the impact this could have on a child. You're not those children, bro. You're not them. That's why I want to ask them.
Of course. But it's just like I said. I'm still like standing. Like the basis of my thing is, I wish they got in the experience that they paid for. You feel me? But there's different levels of hurt too, bro. Like just because I bet a whole bunch of other mascots went up and dapped them up too. Like Roseanne,
I thought that was their favorite fucking character though. And it's like, damn, this motherfucker.
Yo, but that's life, my nigga. If I was a parent, I would be like, yo, that's fucked. But like, life is like that.
Imagine
like,
you go to meet Kobe, right? He
life,
goes,
bro,
he
like,
daps on everybody. He's like, yeah, good job. You know what I'm saying? I like it.
I'd be disappointed. I would still live, my nigga. I'm still like, bro. Like, my life is not over because Kobe and dapped me, bro.
What if you became a criminal after that?
I was standing courtside at a Celtics game. Like, there's some guys who gonna dap you up. There's some guys who gonna ignore you, and it's like, I fuck you, but like, it's not.
As an 8-year-old, you. That's how you would envision it,
bro. I'm
maybe as a teenager.
Maybe if I go back to like, yo, bro, I'm telling you, I could go back to my memory bank.
You growing up, certain shit affected the way you are right now.
Sure, but it also made me tougher, my nigga. It also gave me thick skin. We just talked about
you a fucked up person in some ways, bro.
Everybody's fucked up in a way, bro. Don't act like you perfect.
But that's not what I'm saying.
I'm hip, so that goes for anybody, bro. Everybody fucked
up.
And
that's what niggas is trying to tell you, is that you don't know the impact that this had on those people. You don't know.
But I also know they'll be alright, bro.
But you don't know that, though. You literally don't know that.
Everybody's a fucked up person, right?
No. This is a problem with, like, it's an overarching thing that's happening in this country. Like, bruh, why is everything so dire? Like,
you never
y'all
know.
think are y'all just gonna
literally
die?
Never know.
Are you really just gonna
jumped the nigga in the suit? No
Everyone's
bullshit.
so fragile. Like the nigga.
But here's the thing. Hold on. Let me ask you that question then.
Yes.
What is something that has happened to you that like stood out to you as like a defining moment in your life where like that was some fucked up shit and I would never want that to happen to anyone else again?
I'm sure it wasn't the mascot skipping.
Nah, but that's the thing.
I tried out for my middle school basketball team and I got cut 6th grade and I cried.
You see what I'm saying?
But then I made it the next year.
So shit like that, right? That's one of the things where you're like,
what makes you, nigga?
Whatever.
Personality.
You're saying that you would never want that to happen to anyone.
What?
That's what I'm asking. That was the question I just asked.
Yo, if you're not good enough, bro.
What is something that has happened to you that you would never wish anyone else?
I was really
crying. Wasn't good enough, bro.
I wasn't good enough. You feel me? I wouldn't want someone to experience that.
Now that's also different because that's a determination of skill and physical ability. That's not what this is, though. That's not what we're speaking of.
Embarrassed shit, like when
where's like some shit that should not have happened to you.
No bull.
Some shit that you think should not happen to anyone.
So can I bring up a situation? I was gonna ask you this question too, right? On the song Frustration.
Yes.
With Hush Forte, as you pronounce it, right? You said, what was the exact line? I almost smacked the nigga because I didn't like the way my name was pronounced.
Yeah.
What was the story behind that?
Okay.
Like, what was the story behind that? And I'm sure that's not an experience you want.
That's happened a lot of times though. Like,
but it's not something you want people to go through.
Nah, I wouldn't want someone to go through that. But it's like the fact that it happened. Now you can really dissect it. Like, yo, why are people mispronouncing my name?
It didn't even need to happen though. That's the thing.
That's true. I know that now.
But that's not a perfect world, man.
But it low key is a learning opportunity. Like, why do people mispronounce my name? Oh,
and are they doing it on purpose or
are they doing
just,
it on purpose?
Is like,
maybe there's not a lot of people with my type of name
nigga,
out
what?
here. Like,
because there's so many fucking German
I know his first name, bro. Someone mispronounces it genuinely, bro. You can't assume that like this nigga hates you. No. The first time they say it, like that's. Like the second and third time they still mispronouncing it, that's an issue. You feel me? Now you're going out of your way. If I corrected you, now you're going out your way. The first time somebody, come on, bro.
Sometimes though you really can't say it. Like certain Spanish names, they'll be like, you gotta say it with the accent. Or I'll be like, and they'll be like, that's not how you say it. Say it with the accent. I'm not Spanish, bro. What the fuck you want me to do?
Ask them, yo, how I say this?
Facts and repeat.
Bro, I be saying how you say it, and they be like, you have to say like certain people. I'll be like, bro, I can't do this certain shit. But they have to be like, you have to roll the thing like shit,
I just
nigga.
Feel like,
I'm like, nigga.
I feel like people should just handle things with more grace.
Say that again.
I feel like people should handle things with more grace. Like, yeah, you can be real bitter. And like, yeah, some fucked up shit happened to you, but it's like, bro, it's a learning opportunity, bro. You can't let shit define you. This is just in general, not to this specific situation, but just the mindset. Like, you can't let shit.
Yeah,
like,
you don't let shit
trademark you. Like, you feel me? You can't let that.
But that shit stick with you though.
And that's what we're saying.
It sticks with you.
Your view on
the world. You use
the
pain and you makes you grow.
I think that's not the thing is though.
Doing that.
Like,
they gotta learn how to be careful.
The thing is, we're going in a circle and we have to realize everybody's just Everybody's come from a different cloth, and that's what motivation. That's what pushes you. By all means, I understand that.
Even though you know it shouldn't have.
But I don't think we don't have to put down other people.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
No,
it's just,
you don't have to. Honestly, it's not something like some. You shouldn't have some negative shit happen to you to motivate you. You should be able to wake up and be like, I'm motivated to do better.
But life is gonna do that regardless.
That's not what niggas are saying. We're not saying that's not.
So y'all saying like, yo, so basically y'all want to live in like a bubble and just have everything be perfect all the time.
Niggas are literally not saying
that. That is the future that we're heading towards. Everything is just gonna be automated and like everything is gonna be perfect. That's not just for you.
Let me explain this because I feel like niggas is like, you're wilding. I'm not gonna hold you. I don't know why you're saying this. Listen, I feel you, but that's not what niggas are saying. You're literally just making shit up about what niggas are saying right now.
Okay.
What I'm saying is this, right? Niggas understand that every single person is built different. Every single person has a different way of thinking. Every single person's mind works differently.
No question.
So different shit will happen to people that impacts them in a different way.
Facts.
You feel me? So like when you're asking the question of like, why is shit so dire? It's like, because that could literally be life or death for any person. That's why we like when you're talking about handling shit with grace, it's like we also ask that you like approach people with grace and you approach situations with grace. Because when you're going into something like hostile or you're doing something that like is built on like the way that you view the world, it's like that the impact that you can have on someone else can be like devastating, catastrophic. You feel me? So like the way that you handle yourself in different situations, you need to be more conscious. You need to be more aware of the way that your impact, like what impact, like the impact that you carry, basically. You feel me? So in this particular instance, right, it's like this person maybe didn't mean any ill will towards those little girls, right? Thing is, doesn't matter what your intention was in that moment. Yeah. The impact still stuck with them. You feel me? And you don't know how they're gonna respond to those things. You don't know how that impact's gonna have. And there was no like, you know what I mean? Like even walking past them, right? They're just like, I don't know, whatever. It's like now that they've seen that impact, it's up to that person to be like, all right, I now have a decision to make. I can handle this with grace, right? And be like, I made a mistake and I'm going to own up to that mistake and do like all these things to better myself so that doesn't happen again. Or at least so that I'm showing that I'm like aware that this was a mistake and I'm working towards improving myself so that it doesn't happen again. Or you can just be like, I'm not doing this shit. I don't give a fuck because that's not what I was trying to do. That's not what I meant. I know myself. That's not what I was trying to do. Hold on, let me finish. You mentioned earlier this state of accountability, right? Is that people need to hold themselves accountable more and we have to hold other people accountable as well. So it's like, it's either you think that we have to hold people accountable and people have to hold themselves accountable more, or you don't.
No. You don't have to do the or thing. It's both, bro. Though, like that's why you have to meet on both ends, bro. I think there are people who should be more considerate to other people's feelings and make sure like you're not going out of your way to fuck up someone's like, you know, their way of life or whatever the case is. And then I also think that people can grow to be a little bit more thicker skinned. So in those scenarios where you do meet somebody who's a little bit less considerate for your feelings, bro, you know how to you can still push through.
I never said that wasn't true.
You said
I said that this way. I'm talking specifically about what he said earlier. Which is also, I'm not even talking to you. I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you, E.T. I was saying specifically around accountability.
That's a conversation for the room.
But the reason, like that's the thing. I'm speaking specifically to you because I'm saying that you can believe that people need to grow thicker skin, right? And people need to like all these things. It can be true, and I don't disagree with that. I'm just saying that like if you do believe that people need to hold themselves accountable as well, then it's like then it can't be like, oh, people just need to grow thicker skin, and that's the only response. Okay. There has to be some nuance there as well.
Okay, so this is my response. I agree with you. Like, yo, people have to be more aware and conscious of others. But this is a theory type of conversation we're having. We're talking in theory. And I feel like we do that a lot because we're online so much. And it's like, yeah, if people just do this instead of that, the world would be a better place. Of course it would. Like, I agree. But in practice, when you're really in real life situations, people are not doing that in these moments. They're being disrespectful. They're like, bro, I had a situation. I was about to say, though, it's not no, listen. I had a situation. I was getting pizza, right? Getting pizza, you feel me? It's late. I'm in Boston near the Green Line. I got some pizza. I'm walking out the door. White guy pulls up. He's drunk. I got my pizza in my hand. This nigga's winding up to punch me. Unprovoked.
Whoa.
Unprovoked. In that moment, I'm not going to be like, yo, you should be very considerate of me because I need to be, I'm backing up and I'm punching him back.
You punch him back?
Exactly. That's exactly what I'm doing. So it's like, in situations.
I'm not talking about what you doing. What did you do?
I had to punch him back, bro. I had to defend myself.
Okay.
This is a drunk white man. He don't even, he think I'm some nigga on the street. He just punched me.
I think like you're like that's what I'm saying. That is accountability though.
That is accountability. Yeah. The punch is accountability. Yeah. Me punching him back is holding him accountable.
Yeah.
Exactly. But I'm saying like in real life situations, bruh, like the tools that you're talking about, not a lot of people have that capacity to do that in those quick moments. You're just gonna think off your human instinct and what you're pulling from, whether it's stereotypes, whatever, because that's how we make sense of the world. Sure. Of course, I feel like it should be updated and people need to like broaden their horizons, of course, but it's just the world doesn't work like that. Humans don't work like that. So, we're not robots. We're not yet.
That nigga. That nigga. But that white man, right? That went to punch you, right?
Yes.
You attacked him back because you're like, what the fuck? I'm defending myself in this moment, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that is a form of accountability in that way.
Yes.
Right? Is that he understands that like he can't just do shit like this.
You can't just do shit like this.
Exactly. And that's what I'm saying. Is that like, I don't feel like you disagree. I feel like you just don't understand like the nuance of like accountability. That's what I was saying.
But these
it can look in a bunch of different ways. It doesn't just look like someone's apologizing for something or being like, let me think more critically about this thing.
I think that situation's a little bit different because like I said, you can tell the intention immediately. There was no like, oh, maybe, you know, he just saw visions and was like, yo, I gotta punch my demons, like whatever the case is. But like, I'm talking about a more, if you find an example, if you just find a more nuanced example of where it's like, where you don't know the intention. Like, imagine just like, I don't know, bro, someone don't text you on time, bro, and you think like, well, everybody's got their phone on them, like, they do, what are they, ignoring me? But then you be
that's some weird shit.
But I'm just saying like it's one of those examples of like, you think someone's being like doing something to you in a negative way or they're doing something purposely to hurt you, but then the reality is like, oh, that wasn't the intention at all. That's just what you assumed.
Well, and at that point, that's just paranoia, bro.
Facts. And that's a little different.
It's not paranoia in the sense of you just like assuming that it's like a racial act immediately,
it's
bro.
Borrowed into a different context.
I don't think it's like that situation, like what Nate said, I don't think it's paranoia, but it could easily slip into that depending on the person. But it's like even just the energy too, like that type of mindset you really do find in like in a company culture. Like, you feel me? You got to be super aware of your surroundings and who you're talking to and like race and gender dynamics and all that. And you don't want to come off as offensive. But the company's like company culture and like etiquette doesn't simulate real life. It's not real life.
I think
that's like a hive, you feel me? Like it's not what's really going on in the outside world.
Yeah,
like how people really operate.
Because you can know how to handle a situation, but then when you're actually in the situation,
you don't know what you're doing.
Your emotions will cloud your judgment instantly. It's like even like, maybe it's not a direct comparison, but it's like it's easier to give somebody relationship advice than it is to take it on your own or something like that. You know what I mean? Because it's like I can know the rules of how to handle a situation, like, but until you're in that situation and you feel scorned or just feel a way about something, it's gonna cloud your judgment and you're just gonna take things the wrong way.
It's true.
Yeah, so, I feel like that I talked about earlier too, when y'all was talking about how people's desensitized because of all the violence that you see on your screen. But I feel like if that shit happen in front of you, it's like type shit. You just be different. Like, you either gonna like help somebody or you gonna like dip type shit.
Yeah,
you know,
or like. Yeah.
But I'm glad that we got all these different opinions about the subject because that's like reflective of the world. Like, we're not all gonna agree on some shit
for sure.
You know,
I feel like it also represents the two Americas that you were talking about earlier.
Oh no, that America is completely different from like that's a way more extreme America. Like, we could at least have a conversation. I'm talking about the other America. The conversation wouldn't even happen.
They be lit.
Yeah.
Like,
what's the other America?
They do kind of be lit.
What's the other America?
They do kind of be lit. They do kind of be lit.
What's the other America?
The America. Nah. I wouldn't say the America.
You talking about like the underbelly? Like,
I'm talking about. I mean, I feel like when I say that, it's like a battle between two sides, and those sides are different every time. Like, it could be one, like it could be conservative versus, or it could be capitalist versus like the people. You feel me? Like capitalism versus religious thing too. It could change whatever it is, but I'm just saying whatever it is, we're just at anything that we examine, we're just it's gotten more extreme. Like the sides of the conversation just get more extreme with anything.
Back to what Nate was saying about like our generation being narcissistic, I think this also applies here though. Like, it's always been like that low key. Mm-hmm. I just think you just follow the money, like follow the bread.
Nah,
because they just make this extremism shit and just profit off
Facts.
The attention that it creates. But it's
It's
always been like that. It's
ahead.
always been like that. It kind of just distracts you from the real problems, like the real source of power in this country.
And even in those moments too, you be like so focused on the extreme that you don't even understand like the nuance or like the reality of the situation.
Like America, like it's so big, bro. It's a huge country.
Yeah,
like
facts.
Texas could be its own country.
For sure.
New
I was about
York,
to say,
California.
It's a big
California.
country. It's a big country.
it could be
It's
its
a big
own
country with a lot of regions with its own sense of
Yeah.
like individualism.
It's like a
and
whole
nationalism.
Yeah, bro.
Feel me? Like Northeast niggas are not the same as Southern niggas.
Yeah.
Southern niggas ain't the same as West Coast niggas.
Yeah.
And they all have their own sense of like, this is who we are and this is what we stand on type shit.
Yeah.
You know?
We all
It's
just
facts.
make it work.
Just makes
You
it so
can't project
complicated.
like your way of living on everybody else.
I feel like it's
niggas
growing
are is
pains.
really the same, bro. It's just different day to days.
Niggas be different,
No,
bro.
like,
I don't think
niggas be different. Like
Niggas is
Florida
different.
Florida
Niggas is
niggas,
different,
like
bro.
they literally just wake up
Niggas is different.
and get to it.
Yeah, it's a different day to day, but
Nah,
in
different
the-
day to
in the-
day.
in the
Even
grand
like-
scheme of it, bro,
Even
niggas
with like
is-
mentality or like
niggas
perception of the
yeah,
world, bro, this is different. Bro.
Even a New York nigga is different from a Cali nigga. Cali nigga, like, you feel me? Like, they just, I don't know, just go with
Just
it.
a
You feel
different
me? They just go with the
day-to-day,
flow.
but it-
New York, it's the hustle and bustle. Like, everybody on the move. Everybody got a certain
I
mentality.
said,
I'm
it's
with
just a
you,
different
Domo. I
day to day,
agree.
but
Yeah.
niggas is really the same, bro.
I
They
get
got
what
the
you
same
mean, though.
upbringing, same interests, same shit.
Facts.
Yeah.
I hear you.
Apparently,
We all cry.
two because through pop culture and shit, you feel me?
Yeah.
Because
Okay.
niggas is all seeing the same shit at the same time, bro. You just
The world-
may
yeah, the
view
world's
it
a little
or
bit
go about
smaller.
it differently every day, bro.
Yeah, I feel like the only real difference between niggas is like, you know what I mean, like where we grew up as far as like the environment per se. Like it being like in a huge like city that's like bustling, being in a smaller city, being like rural community, shit like that. Cause that shit will change the way that you like exist and operate on like just in the way that, like shit that you know. You know what I mean? But I think like you're saying the day to day is different as well. So
Certain
it's really
things in
just gonna
black
come down to
culture
that.
is like nationwide. And like to go back to the thing about you said
Facts,
about the
we all say nigga.
narcissism too, no bullshit. Like I feel like
But then
back
you got niggas
then
say on
it
Dead
wasn't
Dogs
like
and niggas who
it
be like,
was
what
like
the fuck?
individuals who was like narcissistic, but I feel like there was still more unison between like people and groups. Like
Facts.
now there's no unison. Niggas is never like
I'm heard.
all thinking the same
And it's
thing.
harder
like,
to
niggas
get
is
people on the
like-
same page,
Niggas is not unified.
Also too, like
in my opinion.
like family was much more cherished.
Facts.
And like family is
That- yeah,
solely the
facts.
most important like building block of building like a society.
Fair
Like,
brunch tore apart the Black American community,
yeah.
the Black American family.
Yo, you trying to play this video I just sent to the Twitter group chat?
Wow, what you sent?
I can't play that
Howard's
from my computer.
thing,
I'm not logged
shit.
in.
Never mind. I'll do it then. But basically, we talking about just like how everything has changed. Like, I don't know. Y'all just talked about, oh, it hasn't changed that much, you know. But believe me, things.
Bro, this is the type of shit they do on YouTube, bro. These type
But
of
this is not
pranks.
Oh, but
YouTube. This
I
is
did
see
radio.
shit that
Bro, this is
recently
the
on YouTube.
FCC
Yeah,
I
so
see
it's not
radio
we doing it.
airwaves.
Nah, they don't gotta do it no more.
I
They
seen a
gotta do it
YouTube
now.
video of a nigga trying different dildos, bro.
Hey, yo.
Yeah, that shit was like, that shit was wild.
What do you mean by that?
So
What do you mean
So,
trying
trying
to hit it fast?
so this was on
Mean by
Twitter.
that?
It was a Twitter, like it was a clip of like a nigga saying like this nigga's a fool. Why is he always doing weird shit like this? And the nigga was bent over and there was like a box behind him so you couldn't see his ass, right?
shit.
And the nigga behind him was putting like dildos in his ass. He was like rating them, being like, oh, is it a real dick or is it? And then the nigga at the end put his real dick in that nigga ass, bro.
That's not it.
That shit was
Yo,
wild. And I'm
I
just
can't
like,
let my kids go on YouTube.
That's what
bro.
I'm saying. Why?
Bro,
Let's keep watching it.
Yeah, like,
Well, the only part
this
that I
nigga's
saw was when the
recommendations
nigga-
are in
Hold on.
shambles.
I didn't even see it on YouTube. Like I said, I saw it on Twitter. But like I said, the only part
So
of
then
the
how do
video,
you know it was on YouTube?
because it's a
Hold on,
YouTuber.
let it finish, let it
Nigga, you ever
finish.
seen a
Let it
YouTube
finish.
video?
People be
They be
watching
having the
that.
shit in the corner.
Yeah.
Nigga, you know
People
what a
be real
YouTube
life
video look
watching
like.
that. Like it's
But it was the last like part of the clip where the nigga put his dick in his
kids, bro.
ass, bro. And it's like again, like you can't see that happening. The nigga's reaction and he's just stoic. And then that shit, and I'm like, bro, this
And
is.
then the nigga put his real dick at the end.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Is that like I said, if he's trying to guess whether or not it's a real dick or if it's a fucking dildo, I'm like,
What if
nigga,
he's acting though? What if it's like
no, all I'm saying is,
No,
all I'm saying
it's
all
not
I'm saying is
fucked up.
that shit.
You didn't sign up for that.
Yeah, he did. Yeah,
No, it's not fucked up because he
I mean,
definitely. If
I
you
was
ask for a
saying-
dildo, bro, real dick ain't too far from that. Come on, bro.
Nah, nigga, there's
No,
nah,
no,
I don't care,
They said
bro.
at the basis of the videos,
No
he had to
comment.
guess if
Guess
it was a
real
dildo or
no
Yeah.
comment.
Like,
And so
he's
what I'm
out there.
saying, and so what I'm saying is
Stop
that shit was
talking
wild,
about this.
but I feel like there's always wild shit,
Yo,
wild
your
content.
feed is absurd, bro.
My feed is
for
bad,
sure.
bro. No bullshit, it's
I'm
bad.
Yo,
Generally
like Tomo
speechless.
said, bro, I'm
I
like
follow
my
too
little
many people.
sisters. Anytime I see them on YouTube, get off that
No
shit.
bullshit. Every time
nah.
I be seeing my little cousin on YouTube, I be like, "What are you watching?" I be like, "Let me see what you watching."
Facts.
And it'd be weird.
I used
shit,
to be
I be
so
hearing it,
confused
I'm
when my
like,
mom
yeah.
used to do that shit, but I get it now. Cause there's just a lot of
Yeah.
different shit.
Yeah, I used to be watching some weird shit.
There's a lot of shit.
Yo, y'all want to talk about the Kid Cudi Kanye situation? Rolling Loud, was it?
That can even
last
be on
night?
the whole respecting people and all that shit too. No bullshit. Like
Oh wait. So with the whole Kid
Yo,
Cudi
niggas
shit,
ever threw a bottle at you on stage?
No, that's not it, bro.
That's not
I'm
it.
doing what Cudi doing.
No, you gotta talking to the mic though.
Yeah.
I'm leaving, bro. Niggas catching their hands, bro.
You not gonna throw the bottle back?
That's what I would have done.
Yeah, you gotta.
I'm like, yo, who threw this?
What if you hit the wrong nigga?
Fuck it.
I'll just do it back.
Is,
bro, you can't disrespect the like. He's a legend, bro.
I will walk off this stage. If y'all throw one more fucking thing up here, I will leave. I will leave right now. Throw one more fucking thing on the stage and I will walk off. I'm not fucking playing. I'm not fucking playing. You will ruin it for everybody. I will fucking leave. If I get hit with one more fucking thing, if I see one more fucking thing on this fucking stage, I'm leaving. Don't fuck with me.
So what happened was this nigga Kanye.
I would have stayed up there and ranted. I was just like, y'all.
He was supposed to headline Rolling Loud, and then he dropped out of that shit. Potentially, probably
due to
because
the
of the
fact that
Travis
he
shit.
wasn't allowed to bring out Travis Scott with him.
And then next thing you know, Kid Cudi's replacing him as a headliner. And obviously Kid Cudi and Kanye's relationship is quite tumultuous. And Kanye has, you know, a lot of fans that probably did not appreciate
that. It was a Kanye fan, you think, that was doing it?
Maybe, but I'm saying like they bought tickets to see Kanye and they're about to see Kid Cudi, who like is not
How long ago did Kanye drop out again? It was a minute ago.
That was like last week.
That was more than a week.
No, it was very recent.
No, way more than a week.
It was more than a week.
This is old
news. It was more than a week that Kanye said, I'm not doing this shit.
No, he's being dead ass.
It's more than a week. That's what it's.
I feel like
it's been like a month.
Like,
so it's like you knew this nigga's not gonna be here.
But then he ended up showing up in what I believe to be blackface.
No, you full.
Yeah, it can't be blackface, nigga. But like that nigga did have like paint on his face. I don't know.
That's not questionable.
The news that he was dropping out came out 6 days ago.
This nigga Ease is like,
what's up with y'all?
I remember that.
Ease never has credible information, bro.
I'm not believing that. I'm not believing that.
I don't know what he's doing. That's art. This is art.
July 17th.
Bro. Said that's art.
I said that's his art.
That's his art.
So he's done this twice.
Nah, bro.
There was another event that he dropped out of.
Another event. Yeah.
It was supposed to be in 2 different Rolling Louds.
But I'm saying this one.
So he did it twice.
Probably.
He dropped out. I was like, fuck this shit.
But this one was last week.
Okay. So maybe the Travis thing wasn't even the reason for this one.
Maybe not. That shit look kind of bud.
Regardless, you think Kid Cudi was sensitive for getting off stage?
No.
Why is that the question?
Bro.
What?
Bro, Kid Cudi's the GOAT, bro.
The GOAT?
You don't deserve that disrespect.
He doesn't deserve the disrespect.
Nobody deserves it. Like, nobody.
If you getting booed,
as an artist,
you gonna let niggas boo you off stage?
Imagine a white man go on stage
cussing, and I'm throwing the mic. I'm acting a fool.
He was getting booed, bro.
Yeah, he shouldn't have.
Why?
But I understand, like,
bro, if you getting booed, you gotta understand, bro.
They came to see Kanye. I understand that. So it was kind of like a setup situation.
Yeah, they need to stop doing this. Like, this has parallels to the Drake and Camp Flognar shit when they was expecting Frank Ocean and then Drake came, and in any other normal circumstances you'd be like, oh shit, it's a Drake like performance. Yeah. We're all for it, but because you had that expectation of someone else,
and it's wild.
You're gonna,
as
like,
a performer,
them on stage.
You shouldn't expect respect from the audience. You should demand the respect, bro. You have to like prove that. You feel me? Tell your shit. You're a performer, bro. If not fucking with it. And they don't even give you a chance, nigga. That's shit, nigga. That's not them, bro. That's you, bro.
So what would you have done if you were him?
You're the entertainment at that point, bro.
Have you seen the footage to see if he was actually giving a good show or not?
Nope. I don't know.
Bro, if they was booing him, he probably wasn't, bro.
But either way.
He came out and did some crazy shit, had dances and shit.
I've never heard Drake to not be a good performer. Them niggas
I ain't never seen him boo Michael Jackson, nigga.
What? That's not the same, nigga.
No, he's right.
Who
but
says
it's like
Drake's a good performer?
Bro, he has never had a bad performance. He puts on a decent show.
What the fuck are you talking
about? How do you get booed off stage? I ain't never seen niggas boo Michael Jackson. You seen niggas boo Michael Jackson?
We were saying that Drake wasn't busting up the shit he did with Kanye. We were all saying that, bro. What are you talking about?
Let me rephrase. That's because that nigga got set up because I don't know why he was putting No. Let me rephrase. Bro, let me finish what I'm saying. From when we have seen instances of Drake performances when he was doing, when he even came out to Boston, he brought in Meek Mill. He puts on dope shows. With the
he had a long show where he was in a wheelchair, my nigga.
That
nigga still pulled up. That's not dope. What the fuck? That
nigga rolled up.
No. All I'm saying is, the Tyler situation, that's just because they didn't want to see that nigga. It's not because he was put on a bad show. They just generally did not want to see that nigga.
And I think that's wild too, because that was a very particular situation where like no one even told them that Frank was going to be there. These people bought tickets to see Kanye specifically because they were told Kanye was going to be there. Yeah. And then less than a week before the shit happens, they said, Kid Cudi instead. I'm sorry.
Wait. But whose fault is that?
I think
it's a combination.
That's like the girlfriend getting cheated on and like wanting to fight the girlfriend. It's like, nigga, fight the person who cheated on you. Like, fight Kanye. Like, you paid for him and he said, fuck your money. Well, he's
a combination of everything, right?
Anyway,
because one, Kanye, like, you shouldn't be dropping out of shit like that, like left and right, when you know people are expecting you, and like there's a lot of people that are kind of like relying on you in this moment, right? That's something that you probably shouldn't do. And then showing up anyway, that's actually type disrespectful to the fans.
At that point, he's just doing that to be
exactly, just to be a
That's
dickhead.
some funny shit.
And so I think it's on Kanye for sure. It's definitely on Kid Cudi as well in some ways, and maybe his team for like accepting that role, because obviously, like, if you know that your relationship with this person is tumultuous and you're coming in to replace them in this particular thing, their fans are not going to be pleased with that. When they didn't pay to see you, they paid to see the other one. And then on top of that, Rolling Loud has to do a better job of booking their headliners. They should do a better job of booking their headliners and also not putting performers in that situation.
Quick question.
They shouldn't even have reached out to Kid Cudi.
If Cudi was
I don't know why they chose Kid Cudi.
If Cudi was the headliner, didn't they already see Kanye then on the Dirk set?
No, that was afterwards.
It was afterwards because he left his set early.
So then they had Dirk come out afterwards. I see. Hey, man,
either that or they moved Dirk up to headline because they didn't want people to like boo that.
If it was me,
Cudi, but it was on the same stage.
It's like, oh, y'all really don't want me here? I'm playing my B sides. Real fans gonna fuck with me and then trash the stage. I don't give a fuck.
That's the thing. Kid Cudi was I feel like he was really excited about this opportunity. He said that he performed shit from like his first projects, the mixtapes, everything, and came up with that shit. He was mad excited to perform. I just really think that as a person that's like diving into shit, you really just shouldn't have accepted that performance, bro. No bullshit. Like, I don't think it's his fault at all. You know what I mean? It's like, do what you have to do. It's like, you know what I mean? Set yourself up for better success in the future.
Probably needed that
learn from this, but
I was about to say, how often he be headlining?
I don't know, but I'm saying learn from this experience, and hopefully, like, for him as an artist, like, he'll be able to like continue to grow.
Think he still got paid?
Yeah,
absolutely.
For sure. I don't know if he got paid the whole bag though. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if he would get paid the whole bag because he left early. They probably paid him like a larger, most of it, not all of it.
But they could on some legal shit. Like, niggas were throwing shit in my face. They're harming me physically. So it's like I had to leave for my safety on some legal shit. On some legal shit.
But the thing is that he did say,
nah, that shit smacked him right in the face, my nigga. That was right.
Yeah, he said that he was gonna leave if they threw something again, and they just threw something, but it was a plastic bottle. Is that a risk to your safety? I don't know. But either way, I don't think that it's on him. You know what I mean? I think just as like someone who also like is in like performance opportunity situations where it's like, bro, like just don't do the show if you don't think your art will be respected. You feel me? Because niggas is wilding out here. You know what I mean? Not like Cudi, but like the fans. Niggas really have like.
It goes back to what you said a minute ago. It's like the culture and just like what do you call it? Like the etiquette.
Exactly. Niggas have such like, a lack of appreciation for the art. You know what I mean? That they're just there to like see you on stage. They're like, look at you like a monkey, bro. I'm telling you. Like, it's like, yeah, they go up there, shucking and jiving, I love this. But like if they don't like it, then like they're gonna do anything in their power to make you know that they didn't fuck with you.
But they're doing a fucking Rico Nasty.
It's all about exactly what I was about to bring up. No bullshit.
And it doesn't matter what you do.
Have you ever had like those feelings or moments like where you're up on those stages, especially to not necessarily like a crowd that may be familiar with like with Van Buren?
You feel like you be tap dancing when you up there for the white people?
No.
Why not?
Because
what makes it different?
What does make it different?
You gotta ask.
Because we own the shit.
What about when you was opening for the white people?
When I was what?
When you were opening for the white men.
When was this?
Like when you were on like the tour.
Yeah.
Because I was at that show.
Nah, we own the shit. So I don't feel like that. I feel like it
was a good performance. No bullshit.
I feel like I'm an entrepreneur. This is just my business, my product. That's how I be feeling. Honestly, this is what niggas should be doing anyway, though. You should be stealing dollars from white folk.
That is a fact.
Recirculate it in your own community.
Black Wall Street.
Black Wall Street. Not Hollywood. It's Black Wall Street.
Real shit.
Yeah, nah, we can't act confused, bro. It's just like, bro, the main consumers of hip hop music are white people.
Yeah.
It's a business.
There's no way you can go around that. So, like you said, drain their resources, nigga. Give them the shit, make them come back, keep spending their dollars.
Yeah.
I think the second part you said was more important. Keeping it within the community after that. That's a lot different.
I will say niggas don't do that.
That is not being in practice.
They be like, yeah, we got the money now.
Da Vinci.
Facts.
But that's a lifestyle change that niggas gotta.
Kanye screaming,
keep the black dollar black.
Yeah, good times.
Buy clothes by Tomo. Keep the black dollar black.
Let's go.
Enrich this black entrepreneur.
That's facts.
All right, but yeah, how y'all feel about SZA being on lock?
Huh?
What do you mean?
They're not letting her drop her music now. They coming at Punch.
Should never signed
She's
to
not been able to drop music, and she just dropped.
But what's going on?
I'm confused.
What's the change in like the situation? I thought it's been like
she just dropped the deluxe, but
she
also
deluxe a 5-year album.
But she also was on the most recent song that Doechii just dropped, or it was like her edition, her feature.
I meant, but hey,
you want control of your music, don't sign to a label.
She was on the Dear Evan Hansen soundtrack as well.
So
I feel like
because someone commented, congrats on the collab, but summer is almost over and there's still no album, SZA. Please don't tell me you'd lie again. And she said, it's 100% Punch and RCA on this one. I wanted the summer. They wanted more time. At this point, I'm just trying to have a good time, stress-free, LOL. And then Punch ended up quoting that post or whatever the case is. And he's saying, starting to get tired of this, getting tired of this whole business. But he's not explaining why they're holding back on dropping the music.
Cause, bro,
label shit.
There's a disagreement between the artist and the label. If you want to control your music, do not sign to a label. Once you sign to a label, you don't control your music.
Message. Depends on the agreement.
I think it's just
it depends on the terms and conditions, but you gotta be.
That's why niggas need to learn how to read.
Yeah.
Read, nigga.
Read and write.
But it's just interesting because like at least for me, I always thought from the outside looking in that TD was one of the most well ran like labels, and they were for the artist.
What made you think that?
It was like,
can you explain it though? Yeah. I said the same thing, but then I was asked to explain. I was like, damn, I actually don't have a reason.
It felt like there was
just nice.
It felt like there was unity there.
What made you think that?
How nice if only 2 of them were really successful.
I seen the cipher on BET.
That was like almost 10 years ago.
I mean, this is where it's coming from. I feel like in the last 5 years, they've been doing a pretty shitty job at like
Quality
releasing.
Control does a way better job at being a black-owned label. You know, even if the fucking members of the group the label don't even fuck with each other, but it's still cordial enough that it's like business is business. We get this shit done. We do what we got to do.
Unconfused.
You know, that nigga Yachty said, "What he ain't seen them niggas in how many years?" He's like, "I ain't been in the same room with all these niggas in a minute. We still do what we got to do. Shit gets done."
Being in a big group, how do y'all deal with that? Like the dynamic of that?
Just communication. We gotta communicate with each other. Have meetings and stuff. Be honest, but also just know that, yeah, it's a process to things. Like things don't just happen. Like you got to go through a process. You got to like if you're getting deals and contracts, y'all got to sit together and, you know, really analyze the terms and conditions, make it in your favor. What do we want? And everybody has to consult in that decision. You feel me? But communication is the biggest thing. Gotta communicate with each other.
And like for other people who have like or trying to do groups, I wouldn't even say y'all a group. Y'all are definitely a collective, right?
Yeah.
You know, like y'all can come together, but you guys are still very much individual artists.
Yes, sir.
Right? I don't know, any advice for the people who trying to do the same shit? And like the hurdles that y'all might have gone through, like that you can inform them on to be able to give them foresight so they don't gotta go through the same maybe, you know, humps that y'all had to go through?
Yeah, I would say just build with your friends. Like build with the people that you're around and people who are really down to like grow. You feel me? Because not everybody wants to take the steps to like go to the next level and stuff, or they may not have the skills. But even if they don't have the skills, if they have the drive, you should definitely build with people like that. And just, you know, things take time. You can't skip steps. I mean, you can't skip steps. It's gonna take a minute. You got to work on yourself. And
that's a fact. And it's interesting because it's like, I think when you talking about Lando, like 3 weeks ago, how like after high school things change, you like move apart from people and everything. But like y'all were dead. This is all cultivated in high school. Relationships y'all kept in high school and still maintained. Like while you're going through this transition period of growing up, everybody got their own shit going on. Y'all still found a way to like have a common mission with everything y'all did.
Yeah. That's just fire.
I mean, I feel like with Invader, especially y'all, since kindergarten, nigga, we was all the same brother, nigga. Like, what the fuck? Yeah. Y'all niggas went to high school together, college together. It's like, this is someone that you knew dead your whole life.
Yeah, it's been a minute. You know what I'm saying? So things come easy. Things come easy.
I can imagine.
So like, yeah. I mean, I can't really give any advice though too, because every situation is different. Yeah. But I would just say like, yo, do what works for you and like make good music.
That's really the key, you know.
That's really the key. Make good music.
Tune's not cranking. What was it all for?
Yeah, you gotta make good music, and everything else, you know, will sort itself out. You feel me?
That's really why I fuck with y'all. Yeah. Music be hard, no bullshit.
Yeah. That is a fact.
Like above all else, you know what I mean? Everybody the music is like undeniable, and I think that's like impressive for a bunch of different reasons. But to me, like the most significant being that like niggas is from Brockton. You feel me? Where like niggas is cooking up and niggas is creating something, you know what I mean, in an environment that like cultivates that, you know what I mean? Because like as much as I don't like Brockton because I feel like Brockton is mad far from where I live. I feel like Brockton's mad far from where I live and Boston is like a better quality city. That's that's a fact. That is a fact.
There's bad bitches in Brockton.
We got the baddest ones.
Fact.
So how you hate Brockton?
I don't hate Brockton, but that's a fact. Niggas say that I hate Brockton because I don't really have that many positive things to say about like the city because I don't be over there. Yeah. So it's like I only talk about what I've experienced. But I will say that like you come from like this environment where it's like it cultivates like that like growth. You know what I mean? That like you talk about, it's like that thick skin. You feel me? All of those things that you've experienced there like come to life in your music. And I feel like it makes it so that your music is not only relatable from like the top down, where it's like no matter where you're from, people are gonna be like, I'm gonna find a piece of this that I relate to from my environment as well. But then you have like it's that energy and that like kind of like persona. You feel me? Of like every individual group, every individual member of the group.
I was gonna say like that's
and representing Brockton in a different way, representing like blackness in a different way. That's
like one of 3 things that like I feel like allowed y'all to separate yourselves from the herd. You feel me? One, I think, was the visuals. I think the visuals helped y'all stand out like a lot. Like everything y'all threw out, there was a visual attached to it, and that shit was like the cinematography and everything. I give a big shout out to Colin, bro, for a lot of those. And then the second
Rico
one
too. Shout out Rico.
Right, with the most recent one.
Fufu and Soup, my man.
And then like he said, like he mentioned, like y'all are a collective of artists, but it's not like y'all doing the same things. Like y'all, I don't know.
It's different.
It's all different. It still makes sense. It still makes sense to have all y'all together, but everybody's got their different. Even like I think the most obvious one is the voice. Like everybody's got a different voice, bro.
Different pockets.
You feel me? Different pockets and like different specialties. Like I see you always coming with the hooks. You feel me? You coming with that, and then Meech, that nigga raps, and then Giles, bro. Like Giles, I don't know. It's something about Giles. That nigga
be rapping, bro.
He really do. He really do, and it's raw. It's raw. And then the third thing is just the way y'all put on for the city. Like I said, I would hope I speak on the behalf of everybody in the city, thanking y'all for that. Feel me? So when they write articles about y'all, they can't miss that part. They gotta say, yo, this that group, that collective from Brockton.
Facts. Niggas really can't hate Brockton though. Like on like a real tip though, because it's not like Brockton was the first like majority like black city in fucking New England. Nigga.
In New England.
That's real shit right there. So Brockton kind of legendary on that end, no bullshit.
City of champs.
I wouldn't like, you can call it that because that's the name, but I don't know.
Back to also what you said, Nate, about like Van Buren. Like, black people are not a monolith.
Facts.
Van Buren represents that because there's a lot of personalities and a spectrum of blackness. There's street niggas, there's artsy, weird, whatever you want to call it, geeks. Feel me? We're all cohesive. We can work together.
You fall on that spectrum?
No, boy, I think I'm all of it.
All of it? Street, geek, artsy?
Yeah, I think I'm a little bit of everything.
Nice.
Hence E.T. I don't know. That's just how I feel.
And I'm sure people enjoy like even watching this podcast because like they see you in the music, they see you in the visuals, but they don't really like get to see you just like speaking on even regular things. You feel me? You know, why have you chosen to like take a step back from that, or showing too much of yourself on the internet and shit?
I actually have no problem showing myself on the internet. It's just that I have nothing to say. I'm gonna be real.
That's some you need that kind of awareness. I'm not gonna say anything,
but like you feel me? There are times like I'm a funny ass nigga, no cap. I be
bullshit.
But sometimes I be like,
this nigga don't eat beans.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't like beans, bro. But
I was waiting to ask that question, bro.
But also too, like you feel me? When you funny, people think they can be funny with you. It's like, bro, I'm not funny with you. I'm just a funny person. I don't want to be funny with you. You feel me? Like I can't be funny with everybody, but the people that like my friends, like we be tweaking.
What's up with that white nigga that got Van Buren tatted, bro? What y'all doing to him, bro?
Nah, he's a big fan. He's a big fan.
Does he get like VIP treatment during like the shows and shit?
Oh,
yo, we gotta hold on.
I don't know about
ticket for that.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Is that nigga a danger to society?
That is up for debate.
Why would it be?
That's up for debate.
It's a stand, bro.
You know he gonna watch this, right?
Yeah. Oh shit. What's up, bro? No, listen. That's love. That's you feel me? That's love, but also
yo, remember what he was saying about getting your white dollars? Yo, You good for the community.
Yeah, you good for the community.
The black community for sure.
I just want people to make sure they're taking care of themselves though. At the end of the day, you feel me? And like we make music, but make sure you're taking care of yourself.
What was the group chat looking like that day? Well, y'all seen that shit?
I just be like, oh my God.
It's real. What was that realization where it's like that transition from like, like we got a little buzz going on to like, oh shit, like we really doing some shit. Like when was it? When was that?
Honestly, it's like when you just do shows. When you're doing shows and like you're seeing the reaction, you're like, okay, like let's just keep it going.
And by the time like the Rap Caviar shit came out, how were you feeling? Were you already like, nah, then?
I was happy. I was like, yeah.
As you should.
I was just like, things are going in the right direction, but it's just like you got to keep going.
Is that something you show moms and like, yo?
Nah, my mom don't care about that.
What does that even mean to her? You gonna show Rap Caviar?
What is that?
You see the come on that shit? Like,
she don't care about that. But like,
when the breast started looking real different,
that's when
I showed my mom videos when I was on stage doing the whole Lucky shit. She's like, I don't. She's like,
this nigga with this beard melon.
I was like, you don't see all these people in the crowd? She's just like, she's like, why are they doing that? Why are they not home? I was like, I don't know.
Why aren't they home?
That's a good question. No bullshit. What's it?
Yo, we can't leave before we ask you this critical question, bro.
Yes, sir.
If My Sins Could Talk dropped 2020,
yes.
We're in 2022.
Yes.
What's the future looking like for Saint Lyor?
Bro.
Are you more for like, I don't know, what's your headspace? Like, are you with a project, nigga? Yeah, what's the percentage between like how much you work on like the Van Buren music and how much you work on like your own stuff?
Like Van Buren is definitely like 60-40, my solo stuff. But my solo stuff, I'm very excited because like I'm just building on what I did previously. I'm like really focused on making good music, like music that you play for your grandkids. You feel me?
Timeless shit.
Yeah, that's really just what I want to make.
Excellent.
You know what I'm saying? So it's very creative. It's all that good shit. I'm excited. I'm playing with different sounds.
What type of shit you talking about on there?
Talking a lot about, this more vulnerable stuff, but also this turnt shit. There's more Afro influence as well. And like,
that was big for you?
Yeah, that was big for me. I definitely wanted to do that because Afro is just lit. Afro's the future, my nigga. I hope niggas know that.
Embracing the culture, the Igbo culture.
Yeah. But also too, it's just the vibe is just.
You knew that?
What?
I was about to say, like, where's your family from?
No, I'm Edo. I'm Edo.
That's what I'm saying.
If you know a nigga Nigeria, 70% of them home.
Like my father is Edo, but my mother, she's Igbo and Ishan.
Okay.
So it's like,
She's far off guess. Come
you
on,
feel
man.
me?
You did guess though.
Yeah. Edo boy.
You usually get guessing it to be
States.
right. All right.
But yeah.
Gotta look out for the Edo.
I'm excited, bro. Because even
how
with
different
music,
is this from like I don't know, 2 years removed from If My Sins Could Talk? How do you look back at that album and like what you want to do differently?
It's pretty much low key it's just evolved. You know what I'm saying? It's just evolved on the sound. I grew on it. But I'm really excited about Mass in general because I feel like the music that's coming out here is different as opposed to the rest of the music industry. You feel me? And niggas have been shying away from that, but I feel like now we're embracing what makes us different and just saying like, fuck that. This is what's cool now. This shit is cool. We finna make it cool.
No, that's definitely a fact. So, I mean, we been talking about that. Like that's nothing new. Like we really like we're watching it right in front of us. Like the wave that's being created it's right here, right now, and it's a part of it. We're all a part of it.
And now I stress that the businesses in Boston, small businesses, support the artists because there needs to be that cohesion for like a hub to grow. Like there has to be communication between the people and the surrounding businesses for an actual like creative hub to flourish. I mean, so, and if the businesses that are present aren't helping us, then we need to create our own so we can have those, you feel me? It's teamwork, you feel me? It's teamwork because the businesses play a huge role in popping off artists. So, yeah.
If I was the mayor of Boston, I'd make 2 changes.
Why Boston?
Facts.
I mean, this is the Mecca. You feel me? This is where this is the center of it. It's Massachusetts, but like the center of it is Boston. You feel me?
We gotta change the name of Massachusetts, bro. I don't like that it got Massa in it. That never sat
Massa,
right. But it's Indian, isn't it? Isn't it like a tribe?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely indigenous.
That's why I think of it. Like, although it does sound like, because, you know, Boston sports culture, white folk.
Yeah, it's bad.
Yeah.
What we should have talked about is how LeBron really toasted the Celtics and said that they're racist as fuck.
The
Boston.
Facts.
Nah, but we talked about like, yo, it's like you gotta think. You gotta think like.
I don't know if he can. Nah, he can get that off.
Celtics been racist.
Nobody's saying that to a random. It's because he's LeBron, bruh.
Also, that, but I don't know, but what Nick said was valid because it's like
he has his own experiences and he plays here.
Nah, Boston be racist.
That nigga know that shit racist.
Because I think they're ignorant to like
Marcus Smart. You just play for the team. He's not gonna say that shit. Nigga.
What are you talking? He has openly said it. What are you talking about?
Oh, that is racist.
Yeah.
Every black person that plays for the Boston team be like, yeah, they be watching.
oh yeah, that's Bill Russell.
Like this is real like diehard fans. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they
like,
shitting Bill Russell's bad, bro.
Yeah,
whoa, I did not know that. That's crazy.
They broke into his house and shit in his bed, bro.
Yeah, that's a fact.
They defecated on that man's.
No, I did not know that.
But
human shit.
I don't, because I remember asking like back in the playoffs, like, yo, why does Boston get this bad rep when like we have a large black population, but like you said, like during these events when who's in the stands, bro? Like it's white people, it's people who can afford to be there, bro.
Boston, bro, for real. They really coming through the commuter rail, going right into the game, and after the game, right back on commuter rail,
and leave Boston, right? So that's what that's the portrayal of what the city looks like to them.
I feel like our population though is changing. Like it's becoming more black. I don't know.
We'll see.
I was about to say, it's been black.
It's been black, but there's like, you feel me? There's more.
Right now, I don't know. It's getting gentrified real bad out here. Tell you
where?
Shit.
Everywhere.
In Boston,
specifically in Roxbury and Dorchester.
Yeah. Do you feel like the black populations are condensed or they're spreading out as time goes by?
Now a lot of people are moving out to Randolph and Brockton and places out there and shit because they're getting moved out of Boston.
What's that apartment complex in Boston that's getting like moved out or something? I forget what it's called.
There's a couple, bro.
That could be anything. Tent City for sure. Yeah. That's in back.
Please, people watching this, do some research on Tent City. I got to do my own research as well.
Yeah, my uncle lived there.
They saying they kicking people out and shit.
Yeah, but then, like I said, if I was the mayor of Boston, two things: I'm adding happy hour. You feel me? Get people busting in these establishments early on.
Nigga trying to kill us.
Nah, bro. Happy hour. That shit would be so good for the.
You know how these niggas drive? Don't you complain about Boston drivers like you trying to die?
Y'all are bad at driving regardless, bro.
Like the cost of liquor from like 5 to 6, some shit like that.
It's basically like all you can have for a lower price. Like I don't know, but
killers.
And then that's a good one, though. And then also make the city more alive. Like why is everything closing at what 2? Like 2 is the cutoff, right? But if anything, it really feels like after 10, everything is done. Like you can't do much. So
I'll be going to Cambridge Pizza though, late night.
There's a couple staples.
Yeah, there's a couple of spots, midnight, like late night spots.
But just imagine,
you got shit to do in the morning.
Everything was open.
The city would be more alive if there's
everywhere else. They got shit to do, but they still look.
Yeah,
that's why.
You gotta think about it, bro. The only other place that shit is open like that is New York, not.
That's how I feel. That's why I feel Boston.
It's some 24-hour shits in
Miami like that.
Like our
Houston's like
population
that.
Las Vegas is like
that. When I was out in Atlanta, everything was closed. I ain't never been to Atlanta. I
didn't say Atlanta. I ain't never been there.
I haven't been there either.
Shit be closed. Should be closed in LA too, bro. It's just like there's a lot of 24-hour shits. But that's the same thing here, bro. There's a lot of 24-hour stuff here.
Ain't that cancel out?
Out here is just
I'm saying like most of the businesses and shit be closed, bro. But like you can't get some nigga. You know what I mean? Like for example, right? Say out here. It's like, you know what I mean? There's 24-hour McDonald's, there's 24-hour fucking random shits in the North End that sell sandwiches and shit like that. That shit exists, right? But if you want to get like a meal, you feel me? If you want to get like nice sit down and eat type shit, that shit gonna be closed, bro. And that's the majority of the country.
Even the clubs close mad early too. Two is early.
Yeah, the only shit that be open in New York for real, all them hours is the deli, and it be the same Aki making the sandwich nigga from the. Them niggas be locked in there.
You seen that 6 a.m.?
I never seen them leave, bro.
Nigga, they live there.
But y'all don't feel the energy, like all the brunches now, like the
more events.
Yeah, you feel.
I don't know if it's like are they new or we're just now tapped into?
We're just older. I don't know. I thought about that. Are we just getting older and that's just the shit that we do?
It's like it's always been here.
Yeah, I don't know.
Now we're older and now it's like
I feel like we're in a way more lit period of time to be because like when I was growing up, see my aunts and shit go out, they had to like wear button-up shirts and shit. Like they can't get into shit with jeans and sneakers how we can now and shit. That shit was like, shit was way.
Yeah, because that's the thing. I feel like now it's like there's a lot more spaces that are like staple like locations that are getting built up. You feel me? And there's a lot more clubs in Boston as well. Cause you remember when niggas used to be going to the Carver Den?
I don't know what the fuck.
Yeah,
that
see,
was,
niggas not even hip.
I just know niggas used to pop out to Slade, bro. That's what niggas everybody.
That's what I'm saying.
Wait,
Slades as well. It's like niggas used to pull up.
Yeah, you gotta go there and have they fried chicken, bro.
I actually went there for the first time like 2 weeks ago. Like a historic black bar.
Tried the fried chicken?
Yeah, I had the fried chicken.
I know that nigga had the fried chicken.
They were playing like soul music and stuff, dancing. That's
You see yourself saying over here?
Yeah.
I've experienced in LA and all these different like cities.
Shit hood. You know everybody here. Imagine you go to a place and like, yo, what's up, bruh? On the street.
I feel you,
you have that community here,
I feel the community is definitely dope. I remember what's it called? I made them all do like where should you live, like test type shit. And like it gives you all these different factors like politics, the weather, like transportation, how big and small the population is. Like all my answers was Cali, bro. They were saying, oh, you need to be in the warm weather, bro. Like, I don't know how many snowy winters I got left,
I did that shit 6 different times, and every time Boston was in my top 5 or was number 1.
Yeah,
I would fuck with DC though too.
DC got DC.
DC's number 1 answer.
Baltimore would bust though, no bullshit.
Baltimore's in my top 5.
This nigga got
Baltimore.
He got Detroit. He got
all East Coast.
I'm sure if Flint was on your list,
that's honestly, I feel like that's kind of racist charge. That's a push. Like I'm saying, most of my shit is based on food. Is based on, you know what I mean, like how walkable
you
the
had
city
Cleveland
is.
on your list.
Cleveland,
bro. Cleveland is a very walkable city, bro. It got a lot of good transportation.
Oh, that was the biggest one there, like
public transportation, food, walkability, and then having a nice winter.
Oh, food was a big one for like
all
food and walkability.
All of the places that were in my top 3 were about food. Cause the food in Chicago bus, the food in Maryland bus, and the food in fucking New York
Nate
bus.
specifically got New York.
The whole
Oh,
DMV
you took it
area.
again and got New York?
No, that's
mine.
He
Nate
got New York. You got Washington.
I got Washington. My second was
DC
Philly.
is a way better like
Denver.
walkable city.
My 4th was New York. My 5th was Boston.
Yeah.
My second was New Orleans, nigga. My 3rd was Philly. My 4th was DC.
It was funny though, cause
my 5th was New York.
Philly's hard.
Cause I gave what's it called?
How the fuck you get San Francisco?
Yeah, we all 3 got San Francisco.
Cause every time the beach shit came up, I put no. I don't want to go to the beach.
That's why.
You don't?
I put no beach, but I didn't want it to be cold.
I said,
what the fuck you want then?
Yeah,
That's how I San Francisco.
I didn't want it to be hot either. I just want it to be like a middle weather, bro. That's like
this nigga fucking.
I don't know.
if I want to wear shorts in a hoodie, bro,
Arkansas,
any
nigga.
time of the year, I should be able to do that.
But they say that
I be
about
liking
Cali.
the snow.
You like the
I
snow?
fuck with the snow
too.
Like
Yo,
you like?
Do y'all shovel, bro?
I be shoveling. I be shoveling.
No, but the thing is, you also live in Brockton, bro. Living in Boston during the snow is ass.
It's trash. It's
like.
trash.
You got people putting suitcases like, yo, this is my spot right here. Like,
I mean, it's
the whole street. It's suitcases and coats and shit and chairs, bro. Like,
nigga, I shoveled that shit out.
ridiculous.
That shit's me.
You can't take that spot,
shit's
bro.
me.
I see niggas fight over that
there
shit.
should be a better way to handle it. There should be a better way to handle it. You know
I
what?
don't know,
There's a better
bro.
way. Just don't be
Nah,
there.
getting Newark
I
is
don't want to
crazy,
be in the
though.
warm weather, bro.
That's crazy that you got that.
Bro, New Jersey got good eats, bro.
No, they would thrive in Newark.
New Jersey
bro.
got good
New
eats, bro.
Jersey,
No bullshit.
super
What
diverse.
if you moved out there and started making Jersey drill, my nigga?
No, but they got good eats though. Like I said, food was of the utmost priority, bro. I'm not pulling up to somewhere where the food is busted, bro. I can't do it, bro.
Busted.
I had the best food though in like LA actually.
LA has great
Near-
food,
near-
bro.
near
It's great,
Inglewood.
like Mexican and Asian food.
Like Inglewood area.
I heard there's no Caribbean spots out there though.
No,
They're
there
not.
isn't.
I mean, wait.
That is actually
Caribbeans ain't
I
over
found
there,
one.
bro.
That's actually crazy though.
When I went over
I
there,
gotta stay on
bro,
the
Like no
East
Haitian
Coast.
food.
them niggas was saying they
No,
had
no,
Caribbean
no.
food, bro. That shit was not Caribbean.
Yeah, I gotta stay on the East Coast purely for Caribbean food.
Nah, I
bro.
feel you,
It's
for
just the
sure.
weather, bro. Like,
Florida.
no.
Florida got Caribbean food.
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
Florida's
Absolutely.
weather don't like fit my standards, bro. It's just humid,
Yeah,
hot
it's
as
humid.
because like Cali is the perfect weather, bro.
There's too
It's
many
like
animals
70s,
in Florida.
80s at all time. Like
That's
it could be
true.
the sun is out and you could still wear a light jacket. You could still wear your whole fits. Like
It's lit. It's lit.
There's too many animals too, like snakes and alligators and shit.
I just heard the homeless population is just crazy
Yo.
out there.
Now they be tweaking.
They were doing some shit at my job the other day. They were like, look up Florida man in the day he was born. And like the top headline. Like, what's the story? Look that shit up right now.
Florida man and
Florida man and your
Your
birthday. Like the day
Oh,
the day of your birthday.
Like your birth date?
Not
Or
the
like
not
just
the year,
day?
but just the day.
Just the day.
And what the top headline is.
I don't even want
Mine was about some nigga drowned his baby in like flammable liquid
Jesus.
and like lit it on fire. I was like, damn, that's fucked up.
That's kind of a force, bro.
That's fucked
Florida
up.
man arrested after toddler finds loaded gun and kills mother on Zoom.
Damn.
On Zoom is a force.
Damn.
On Zoom.
That's Florida man punched his girlfriend, ran from the police, and then was hit and killed by a train. Oh my god!
Florida man takes leak and stores beer cave.
That's not that bad.
Yeah,
Honestly,
that's the most common shit.
I feel like they be forcing it.
Florida man tries to
I feel like
trade in
some of these
vehicle
is not
he
even
stole from
real.
I feel like it's not even real.
That's not bad.
But honestly, though, Florida, they do get busy.
I don't know. That's the CBS News.
They do get busy in Florida.
That's real, nigga. That's right.
Florida man tries to trade in vehicle he stole from same dealership. That's a force. That's funny.
Nigga thought he could do it. That's funny.
Oh, shit, he stole that shit. He's like, yeah.
We'll see.
He said, gotta try.
I had a real dark joke, but I'm gonna save it for later.
All right.
Hey man, hey, if y'all made it this far and y'all tuned in, we appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all like and subscribe. 2 hours. I mean, we had to go the extra mile for our guy St. Lyor.
You know,
Wait, how long do y'all usually go?
Hour 30.
Like,
we used to do 2 hours, then we
half.
had to cut it down to like an hour 30 because it was getting too long, bro, to edit and all that shit. You feel me?
Ooh.
But
Y'all seen that shit with him and that black nigga?
When the nigga said he slapped him or some shit.
Some shit like that. He sprayed Soulja
this
Boy.
nigga
Mace.
all that shit.
Yeah.
Who he slapped? Who? Soulja Boy?
What's his name? Something Charleston?
Soulja Boy got slapped.
Charleston White? Some shit like that?
What did you say, nigga?
The nigga that be like, oh, like, I be getting jobs just to figure out how to sue them and make money? Yeah. He ran to
Yeah,
That
Soulja.
same nigga said that he seen the shit where you talking about all the gang members and shit?
Yeah. That's the same nigga. That's the same nigga.
Same nigga. He said
waiting for
he
it.
prays to that niggas could go to jail. No bullshit.
Tight.
That's a bad dude, bro.
Yeah, that nigga's doing the whole ritual.
Yeah, my fault. I'm just
Hey,
playing with the toys.
hey man, this was St. Lyor on his first podcast.
Yes, sir.
Some people didn't even think he was showing up, bro. I had
For
faith
real?
though. I
Nah,
was
pulling
here
up,
with it, bro.
I'm here with it. You know what I'm saying? No, but I really don't like doing interviews. Though. I'm gonna be real.
But did this feel like an interview?
It didn't really feel like an interview. We was just chilling. We was just kicking it. You feel me?
There was some question there, but we had some topics. We talking about some shit.
Yeah, I
Right?
fucked with it. I fucked with it.
Hey man,
I was about to say, yeah, niggas do be from Brockton, bro. No
Brockton
bullshit.
shit, you feel me?
why you say that?
Because y'all are from Brockton.
All your friends are
He
from
just said
Brockton, bro.
He just said Brockton.
Brockton
Whoa.
shit.
Most of my friends are from Boston, bro.
Yeah, fuck.
I feel like I only have like 2 friends from Brockton. No bullshit.
That's cap.
Who are the two? I was about
You're
to say,
not from Boston.
No, I was about to say, I
Or
hope you
you're not
got
from
me
Brockton.
in count. What?
You're from Boston, bro.
You're a Boston nigga, bro. You said it.
Yeah.
Can't flip flop. You can't flip flop, bro. Come on,
And you
pick
was
one.
born in Boston, so
pick one. Pick one,
Bullshit.
nigga.
You a Boston nigga, bro. You a Brockton. Brockton
born
is
in
on
Brockton?
you, but Boston's
born in
in you.
Brockton.
And going to Brockton High kind of like a prerequisite.
they got a hospital?
They got one. They got 2. They got 2. You said you got 2.
Where were you
They got
born?
2
I
hospitals.
think
Good Samaritan
Good Samaritan.
and
Good Samaritan.
No, Good Samaritan. What's the other one?
Brockton Hospital.
Brockton Hospital, yeah. Facts. There's 2
You
hospitals.
said,
in
yo, they
Brockton.
got a hospital? That's crazy.
And
Yo,
like,
y'all niggas don't got a
Technically
movie
They got a
theater.
veterans hospital.
not
You
even
said from movie
Y'all
theater.
don't got a bowling alley.
We do got
do
bowling
have a
alley.
Nah,
bowling
they
alley.
do. Remember that day they were saying
Yeah,
that they got
yeah,
a
we need
bowling
to- I was
alley,
over
they
there-
got
I was over there
market
last week,
basket,
no
bro.
bullshit.
That's a real city,
We
bro.
do got a
I was
bowling
at
alley,
Westgate.
nigga.
Yeah, Westgate. Yo, that was damn.
Market basket.
It's a shame that we
Yes.
like extending this a little bit, but yo, tell me why I pulled up because it's my man's birthday. I went to Brockton. Was like, oh, you know what? He didn't want to do anything special. It's like, yo, you know, it's every you know, it's my birthday, but it's like every other day. It was
Let's
like,
go
nah, bro,
bowling.
let's go bowling. Let's do it. He's
Okay.
like, all right, I'm like that. Yo, tell me why. This is some Brockton shit, bro. We go to the door. It's 9:20.
Okay.
The shit don't close till 11.
Yeah.
That's what it says, right? Yo, we go. The door's locked.
Niggas
And I was
left.
like, what the fuck? And then Shorty walks up to the door. She opens it like stank, like it's just on some like, how many games y'all playing? And he's like, I don't know, maybe like 1 or 2. She's like, well, we're trying to close soon, so like 1 game. I was like, I guess. And she's like, fine. Get in. And like just rushed the fuck out of us to get out of there, bro. It's like, bro, this establishment's supposed to be open till
On top of
11. What's
that,
good
that
with
would
this,
never
bro?
happen in
On top
Boston.
of that, Brockton got a strip club too, nigga.
Okay.
Yo, that
I
is
know.
a
I
bad
didn't
dude.
know that.
I didn't know.
Is it
I've
Buzz?
never
I don't
done
know. I
that.
actually never been inside. It's called
never
Foxy
been
Ladies.
inside.
I never been inside that
You
shit.
got
You know what it's
They got
called?
it.
Foxy Ladies.
Foxy Ladies.
Foxy Ladies.
It's right next to the hospital too.
That shit is probably busted in here.
Probably
bro.
is.
Bro, your strip club is right next to your hospital. Like, what is that? Like, you guys live in a GTA map,
right next
bro.
to
Yo, that's safety, bro. It's for the strippers, bro.
Map.
We got like 20 middle schools.
It's next to the Walmart too. It's next to Walmart.
Next to the hospital, next to your Walmart, is next to your strip club. Bro, this is not a real place. Don't
Isn't
you
that some
understand?
funny shit, bro? There's one high school, but there's 20 middle schools, and we all got to find a way to just squeeze into that one school.
Nah, because then you
It's
go,
Cardinal Spellman, though.
It's Cardinal. And then it's Champion for the alternative students.
And what school do you go to?
I went to private school in
Went to
Taunton.
like Red Taunton.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
So
really
I say
from
he's not
Boston,
even
bro.
from Brockton, bro. No
Niggas said I wasn't.
Yeah, no bullshit.
So
Hey, man. I hope y'all enjoy. Make sure y'all share it. Make sure y'all tune into some St. Leon music and stay tuned for the next. What's coming sooner? Your project or the Van Buren one?
The Van Buren one.
So we'll be checking for that. We excited for everything y'all do. Just want to give y'all your flowers while y'all here. Feel me? Salute to you, bro. Seriously.
Appreciate y'all.
We out of here.
shout out Derrick Rose, man.